Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 12 playoffs. It's the Losers Bracket quarterfinals, and tonight we have two very special guests. In the red corner, captain of a current tier 3 team in this season of League of Legends, 8,000 matchmaking rating points. The former #1 atomic war gamer and a menace to custom games everywhere. Twitter savant for ESL the Berlin Major. The always insightful, fan favorite, logical Dota 2. How are you in this fine evening?
I'm doing good.
And in the other corner, former color commentator for the NA DPC, Chinese DPC, and Beyond the Summit. A man who has experience managing Division 1 DPC teams to the TI Last Chance
Whoever he
qualifier.
reveals, it's going to be
One of
big.
the foremost anime experts on this side of the Mississippi, the future savior of North American Dota 2, perhaps the most interesting man I've ever spoken to, Neph Sensei. How are you in this fine evening?
Oh man, you got me hyped up. Maybe I am good at this game. You forgot to highlight the fact that I am on the #1 rated MD2L team right now. I don't mean to brag. It's kind of a big deal, but yeah, we can talk about that one later. I'm here to commentate on other players' greatness in the game today.
I was casting your games last night, and you were taking my boy Tints, who has been carrying my ass to Lad's top 4 to Pound Town. That's an impressive showing you had last night.
I had to do it to him. They didn't ban the Year at Spirit. It's the one here you're supposed to ban against me. It was just disrespectful.
Of course, of course. We got two very fun teams. We got Make Bloosher great again, who were the group stage champions of last team on the Radiant side. They're the #4 seed. They're 15-11. On the Dire side, featuring Imperial Eagles' very own Mr. Lenz and legendary amateur gamer Ultra Gunner, it's Your Nightmare is Over, who made last season's grand finals. One of them must go home in his do or die best of 3. Logical, you've played both of these teams. What are your thoughts here?
Oh, I saw Double A just went live. So, could you repeat that again?
Absolute
I was
amateur.
watching his.
It's just like his ESL Twitter. It's real.
What are your thoughts on the two teams? It's logical.
We didn't play Dire, I think, right?
No,
Or no,
you,
we
you
did. We
did.
won one though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you played them in
we
groups.
did. I think we played Mega Blucher Great again when they were like at the very start of the season, and I think they were not as good as they were. Oh wait, we played them again, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, playoffs. You were commentating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're pretty. I mean, I don't think they're that bad. I think maybe they like tried to be too high skill in their series, but don't think they're a bad team. And then your nightmare is over. I haven't seen how they were doing in playoffs, but in group stage, I know they won one to everyone.
But these weren't teams that really worth scouting for you, right?
All the teams were worth scouting the extremely prestigious league.
Oh, okay. It just seems like you couldn't remember whether or not you put it. Don't worry about it. I was surprised the Keep for the Light wasn't picked up, but there it is, logical.
Sure, sure. Uh,
And Bounty Hunter alongside it. I I feel like these money grab heroes logical. These money grab heroes are all of a sudden so much stronger than they were before with the map. The fact that the map is bigger. The bounty hunter one doesn't really make sense to me. A ton. People just build a tanky in position 3 with Vanguard and just like run at heroes. Does it really stop Alchemist in the current patch?
yeah, it's definitely really good against Elk just for scouting him. I mean, also I think Bounty, it's like I agree that the heroes that just like make money naturally or like just make more money, like Doom and Alk, are
Mm-hmm.
just really good right now.
Yes,
I
but
think Bounty is
why?
um
Listen, I'm an MD2L player. I need you to
yeah.
spell these things out
No,
for me. I'm not really at your
that's a
level.
good question. I think probably because the items that they build are really good right now,
Mhm.
and just this patch is a lot about getting your early items and then just grouping together and running around the map.
Mhm.
And yeah, so Doom buys Vanguard, and then like you can either go into auras or Octarine Core, which is like pretty much all you need on the offlane heroes, and Doom's a premier offlane hero because of it. And
Mhm.
Alchemist Radiance is just way too cheap, and the stun's obviously phenomenal. So it's kind of a coincidence that both of these gold heroes are good, but also it's a little bit to do with the meta's about grouping earlier.
Mhm.
And Bounty doesn't really follow that, but I think this hero just got a lot better because they added the stun to the third spell.
Yeah. I think another reason why Alchemist is just even better with his stun and whatnot is the fact that you can't just BKB through it. Like when he starts charging up his stun now, he can still throw it off onto you and not just stun himself while you're BKB'd now. An Alchemist, I think, kind of a big deal. Techie's obviously is just incredibly good because he changed over to being a universal hero, and he was one of the only heroes where his stats weren't really touched. So his like damage and right click inside the lane is just kind of insane now. All of his spells just do a ton of damage.
Yeah. Also, what's called, they changed the third spell, right? So it doesn't silence anymore, it just stuns. I
Yeah,
think
so
it's
you don't need to wait 15 minutes to get a stun on the hero.
yeah, it's nice in some matchups. Honestly, I think it's a little bit overrated. I think against like spirits, for instance, like
Mhm.
Ember and Storm, I think you actually prefer to have the silence, and then like you get the stun later on when they're like getting BKB or whatever. But like generally most of the time it's nicer. Like if you're blasting off on this bounty or this coddle, you'd rather stun them than silence them because they're just gonna walk away anyways.
Mhm.
It's a very fun patch for our good friend Vanguard, of course. We're if we're playing Dota, we're gonna see about 14 Vanguards every game now. Just run it down, and again, it's one of those things where again, there's the number of these better lads teams have begun to really watch these major games, watch some of the pro games, start to play the same sort of map style that all the pro teams are doing.
Yeah,
Though
this is just an
obviously, it's
ESL draft.
not
I'm
at the
gonna be
same level
honest.
of the pro teams in some ways. But again, there's some very there's some very interesting strategic ideas outside of hey, run it down with auras. I mean, the teams that tend to stray away from the hey, let's run it down with Crimson Guard and Pipe tend to be the more interesting teams for me. So I'm hoping that one of the teams can stray away from the classic 7.32 C drafts we're seeing nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think these drafts are pretty standard. The one interesting thing is the jungle heroes have been untouched, but I mean honestly they're kind of trending away towards the end of the major anyway, so it's not that surprising.
I'm actually interested to see where the Alchemist ends up going, though. I mean, obviously, they have a lot of players who can play the Alch. I mean, all three cores play it. The four sup Reed plays it. They're all here to play Alchemist. So there's a lot of draft flexibility on the Star side still.
I think a Radiant could aim for Storm Spirit, either this pick or on 18. Probably, I mean, you can go this pick if you're really confident. But yeah, okay. This is good also. But like a Storm on 18 with Coddle and Bounty, I think would work nicely. You don't get silenced by techies anymore either, so you can like kind of kill him. Cause I mean, Taser's annoying, obviously, but you don't mind too much. You can kind of evade mines because you have zip, and it's also you're like early timing is against Alchemist is nice. You hit 6 kind of before he gets really tanky, and you can chase him around the map for like the first 15 minutes of the game or so.
Play on Storm.
Yeah,
So to see that picked up next year. Yeah, I can see that. With Coddle to assist you, you'd be able to, like you mentioned, to zip zap around the map and like getting kills is further complemented by the fact that you have a bounty hunter on your team. He scouts them out and the storm zips and you get extra track hold. So it does combo pretty nicely here. Do they play a lot of Storm Spirit?
uh, the mid player is Rice Boy. I don't know what he's going by right now, but he
Party
likes
Rock!
Spirit Heroes though.
Exclamation mark.
Party Rock. Are you sure that's not Patience? Oh no, yeah it is. Yeah, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
gonna be honest, logical Badger. Like every time I come back, like everybody other than Ultra Gunner has changed their name to something else. Other than buying onions, I remember him. But every
Uh,
time I come back to lads, there's different names. So my
well,
opinion
these
ain't
are
worth
Steve
shit.
names, right? It always shows Steve names on the side, just on like the major streams. I think they have an overlay that fixes it. So
Yeah, I try to like nickname as many players as I can, but it's we see Storm, but for a different team, we the Mr. Len Storm instead. I should mention while I have a chance. There actually is a stand-in tonight. Ice Yeti, the carry player of the Radiant, is on a business trip. So again, the entire draft changes because he's a notorious hero pool player where he plays a lot of Chaos Knight, a lot of Weaver, a lot of Phantom Lancer, these sort of heroes, and they have a Karan who is also a bit of a notorious player, but for different reasons, and he has a much different hero pool, and that will definitely affect this Radiant draft. They look a little different than it has all season.
Dyra's draft is kind of weird, but at the same time, it's pretty hard to play for Radiant. I don't know what they're supposed to pick now. They need stuns on their lineups to like once these Dire heroes get BKB, it's impossible to burst them, and so you have to play these long drawn out fights, which you end up needing to do anyways this patch. But it's like a lot harder if you can't just get a clean kill at the start. And there's no way you're gonna burst a BKB Storm or BKB Alk unless you have more stuns. That's another reason why I like the Storm. And they're low on carries also, so they go for Morata. I know this is one of Karan's heroes, and it's like kind of a stun, but I mean it's not really a stun. I think it's decent because all the like I think the probably best 3 carries of the patch, TV, Alk, and Dusa are all taken. It's all right pick.
You ever play against Huerta? It's not fun. It's not a fun time. I don't enjoy playing against Huerta.
I mean, I think at the start of this patch, and especially before the B patch, and kind of how everyone was feeling after Dream League, I think this hero was expected to be like super broken, kind of like in that like tier 1 of heroes alongside like Medusa and Alk and all these before we discovered them. But this hero like really fell off. They fixed the one bug with Gunslinger where it was like going through BKB with the ult, and yeah, I don't know. You just don't really see that much of it. It's pretty good against Storm with the silence, and there's interesting interaction with techies, where if you hit this guy with the like the Q that fears, like you bounce off something and then hit the techies as he's jumping, it'll
Then it
cancel the
just
jump.
interrupts it. So
Yeah,
anything that knocks techies off is like Z axis will do that. So like Earth Spirit as well.
yeah,
If you boulder smash him as he does it, like it'll just interrupt it. There's a couple
y-
things like that.
yeah. There's also Coddle, which honestly I was kind of oh yeah, that's good reminder. That's why I was surprised that they picked techies into Coddle, is because it's like an extremely easy one. The
Yeah,
Muerta
because
one
it's
is like
instant.
happens sometimes. Yeah, exactly, it's instant.
Yeah.
And there's Vacuum also, but that
You
one's
guys
kind of
don't
fake.
even need me here. You got logical. He's God.
I'm
I'm
the
old
interactions
logical.
guy. That's my whole thing.
Yeah. That used to be my thing, but can't keep up with the game anymore. My brain doesn't work so well. You know how it is. I can just be the funny guy, right?
You know what they say? I mean, sometimes you used to be with it, but now what's it is strange and weird to you, and what you're with isn't it anymore. I mean, it'll happen to everyone, you know.
All right, I take it back. I'll never be as out of it as Badger. I'm fine.
You are correct. I mean, I am definitely not bound to reality, let alone the modern trends.
All right, Neph, real fast. What hero are they gonna pick on Dire? If you get it right, I'll give you $25. They can literally pick a hero like any position.
I actually went to my door to pick up the pizza I ordered to have with Tears of the Kingdom. Can you tell me what position? Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the draft again.
Yeah, so it can
$20?
be it can be any position. Yeah, they literally they can pick any position except for maybe mid. It's probably Storm mid, so don't pick a mid hero maybe.
Crystal Maiden.
Okay, that's actually that's a pretty good one. It works well with Alk. It's gives mana to Storm. It's a good laner. This extra lockdown could be nice. Okay,
Ogre
Azar.
Magi. No
Crystal
money for
Maiden needs to
Neph.
hit the gym. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. She's not looking too good.
Yeah, it's crazy what they did to her model.
It's extra
Yeah.
head too. I don't know where that came from. Was she at Chernobyl or something? I don't understand.
These stats are just fucking unreal. What Valve's doing these days.
This Alk is gonna get Giga buffed. He's gonna get Bloodlusted, Empowered. Actually, he's not gonna get Empowered. I forgot that's not how they roll. But Tiny last pick. Yeah, it's a stun. It's good against Storm.
That's going to be against. He's one of the Mr. Lens classic heroes. I mean, he's a big. Wait, my man, Bryce Boy heroes. I find that both Mr. Lens and Bryce Boy are big, tiny mid players. My brain has kind of stopped working on that one, but again, traditionally, Tiny does pretty well in the Storm mid. Correct, logical.
Yeah, I mean, I think Storm does well in the. It's actually pretty skill based, but I think in general, this like post laning phase or like towards the end of the laning phase to the early mid game can be really hard for Storm to play into Avalanche, because you'll try to like zip zap around this Tiny, and then he'll like Avatos you, and you'll just lose all your health. I'm honestly pretty surprised they didn't ban Tiny. They banned Batrider Death Prophet, I think. And Bat is like makes some sense, but I cannot imagine this Radiant lineup having to play with Death Prophet. They would literally have to like stomp 2 lanes, and then the other one would have to like be fine because they're just playing with like no catch pretty much whatsoever. They have this bounty hunter, but how are you
Or
killing
burst
anyone who's
damage.
walking away? A burst? Yeah,
Burst outside
yeah,
Morta would be pretty garbage as well. But with Tiny, it makes it, again, really good.
yeah, for sure. And this Tiny's gonna be able to play with Darkseer also. This is like a pretty good combo with like Surge and Iron Shell.
Mhm.
He like surges the Tiny and then he blinks in and he runs back max move speed with the toss back.
So if you two have to pick one draft, well, who do you favor? Neph, logical. Who do you go with?
Neph first.
Right. I'm gonna have to go with the entire side. I think that this Alk is just gonna be completely cracked this game.
Do you agree,
Too many
logical?
steroids.
Yeah. Oh, also, um, yeah. I think that Dara's probably gonna win. I like their. I mean, Radiant has some good lads heroes, but Dire has like some better overall heroes.
What's a
Storm
good
Speller,
lads hero? Come on.
a bounty hunter, because people love to throw, and you get that track money, you just turn games. This is
I
literally
see.
my philosophy. I said that the last time. I said this literally when my team was playing against the Radiant. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah. I told them to pick bounty hunter because it just takes over the lane, and then when they throw, you get track money.
I'm pretty sure the best hero in Lads history is DP. That DP hero is just so good in Lads. Like there have been so many teams where they have won Lads in the back of a great DP player. Like Z did it. League of Legends, aka Kobe, did it. A lot of great. I mean, Hobbs did it. A lot of great DP players that have won Lads for a reason.
I think it's probably just because people misjudge how much that hero heals, and they like go in unprepared, uncoordinated.
Well, if you are just. Damn it. I was ready to do my intro. I'm like, hey, waiting for the pause to
You
end.
got this one.
Do my intro. I'm ready to lead into people, give them a call to action. Like, yeah, it's Dota time. It's top 6 and now. I've paused for the second time and in 1 minute after waiting 17 minutes of wait time, of course, for the series. We got more pauses. I'm not doing it until they resume.
All right, then we can chat logical. You can educate me on this patch. I haven't actually gone through all the patch notes yet, and this guy
Yeah.
brought me on as an analyst. Embarrassing for him not doing his research on who he was bringing. Honestly, he should have known better.
I mean, I'm sure you've watched the major, right? A decent bit.
I was there, yes.
Oh yeah, you literally were there. I did meet you and talk to you a lot. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know if there's that much that you probably like notice what changed, right? If you're watching the games.
Wait. You met Dougie,
Like,
but you didn't see Neph?
No, I did. I saw both of them.
Okay.
Talked to both of
he
them,
was
but
being
not at the same time though.
he got you with the sarcasm. It was a nice one, logical. Yeah, I noticed that for anyone unfamiliar, Ogre Magi now has 0 intelligence. Everybody.
You noticed that during the major? That's actually extremely
Yeah.
impressive.
Mhm.
Because I don't think I ever saw that hero while you were there. I guess maybe you were watching before you got there. I didn't think about that.
Mm. It was definitely the case. I don't know. I don't really like. I'm not sure I like the Ogre rework. Is he stronger level 1 now?
He's got 79 damage with items, which
No.
feels around the same to me, but
Yeah, he's about the same level. I think the interesting thing is that he can buy. He like buys auras better for sure. This like Crimson Guard shit is like really insane on Ogre because your strength gain is like unserious.
yeah, to be fair, that's true of like 23 different heroes, but yeah, it definitely applies to Ogre as well now. Where before, you wouldn't necessarily want to buy these aura items as much, but now it's like, hey, I'm a strength hero. I'm seeing every other idiot strength hero buy a Vanguard and auras. I could buy Vanguard and auras.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the best way to play this Ogre hero is because I've seen people just stack strength and it seems good enough as an offlaner, but it's like it's not really Ogre, you know? It's like not the same way that Ogre was before, where you're like trying to ignite people so you can abuse bugs and do infinite damage with ignite.
Isn't that every hero though? I mean, look at like Beastmaster. You used to like buy Ags and Blink, now it's like I buy auras. It's every offlaner in the current
Ags?
patch. I remember back in the day, Blink Ags Drum. That was like the build, but we are back, luckily. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of a two or tied best of 3 between Make Bloosher Great Again on the Radiant side and Your Nightmares over on the Dire side. My name is Badger. I'm joined by legendary great analyst Logical 2 and the great color commentator Neph Sensei, and hopefully we'll be in for a fantastic best of 3.
You got demoted to color commentator already. That's tough.
That's rough.
Speaking of rough, we will not have any pre-horn action radio
Badger says I'm going out to the farm after this. He said there'll be dogs to pet there.
There'll be all the Zelda games you want now.
It's up north.
It's over in Alberta, you know?
He says I should tell my family I'll be gone for a while first.
Jesus.
Color commentator.
I'll make sure Bogdan's okay, don't worry.
Thanks.
I said he's in chat. How come he's not casting?
He's on a business trip.
Yeah, but like, I mean, so
farm
was
up
I.
north.
So was I. Literally, so was I. I was on a business trip. I was just casting my game. He's in chat also. He's like, he's got the time, you know?
Is he talking shit?
He's saying I have
A
to
little
get ChatGPT to write me a 100-word essay by midnight.
That's rough.
Yeah, that is tough. Actually, I kind of feel for him.
I wouldn't want to be a student these days.
Yeah, it's fucked up. They we didn't really talk about the lanes that much, but it's 4 Magnus laning in the top lane, and it's offlane ogre to buy the Vanguard.
It's a little bit wild. I mean, they're doing it again, this support role swap thing. They usually had Sauce playing 5 and Reed playing. Oh, 2-man skewer, resulting in no damage. But again, usually you see Reed playing in the off lane, Sauce playing in the safe lane. They've been swapping that for most of the playoffs. Talking to Sauce, it's more. I think it's a hero thing, but I guess pretty much every game picking heroes. They want Reed playing the safe lane Ultra Gunner now.
Yeah, they got interesting idea in this top lane. I haven't seen them do it a lot, just in like the Dota lists that I've clicked, but yeah, I mean, concoction stones for a really long time, and then you get Skier back into tower. It's more effective in the safe lane also, because generally the wave is closer to your tower compared to the off lane. They're kind of getting messed up though. They misplayed this lane early on. They're gonna need Radiant to mess up, counter mess up.
I mean, he didn't get them far enough for the first skewer, couldn't pull them back in the tower. Now all of a sudden they're sitting like half HP, so they're just zoned out. I was skeptical with his first point Shadow Walk, but is this just what people do?
Yeah, no, not always. It's good if you can.
Tell me to do it. It's straight logical. Just say it's bad, okay?
Okay, yeah, it's not good enough.
Okay.
He should just get Janata and steal their 12 gold.
Thanks.
He's not quite at the saying bad part, but he says not good, which is a synonym of bad. So he's almost there. He's 90%
I see
of the way
he'll
there.
get it if you like get a level 1 fight, or he just killed 2 sentry wards. If you get a level 1 fight, or you can like kill someone, or it's like a kill lane.
Well, Skewer under tower top lane. We're about to see our first blood, unless. Wait, detection! There is a lack of detection! Bunnions walks away, gets away with a little bit of murder on that one.
You say, tell us to a straight logical. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if you can kill people with it, it's good. With blood grenade and stuff. I see Matthew get a level 1. Anyways, if there's one thing I know about Reed, it's that he's not a blue ward player.
Another 2-man skewer from Reed, but again, no blue wards. Concoction will be there on Pistia. A few more hits will get the first blood, but the Janata and the Shadow Walk stun, that'll bring down Reed. Ultra wants vengeance. He has Concoction in 1 second, but no acid spray. It'll be a very short duration stun, and Pistia runs away. So that's a win top lane for Bloosher so far. And you know, I love this kind of game from an observing standpoint. I can just watch one lane. All the interesting stuff is in one lane. I love it.
Yeah, this is why I was saying this level 1 Shadow Walk, you don't really want to mess with this. This is really strong.
Yeah, exactly. It's stuns for a while. It's invisibility. He bought 2 dust now. Wait, did they come in packs of 2?
No, they come in packs of 1.
Exactly.
Not for a while.
I just want to make sure that they didn't change that again. Yeah. He just bought 2 dust straight up. That can't be right, but...
Sometimes you say, you know what? We got correct for mistakes. Double the dust, you know, all as well. Bottom lane, Coddle went down. A little bit too much Techie's ogre damage in the bottom lane.
That's true, actually. He doesn't. Maybe he doesn't even need to use it to kill it. Maybe he can use this 90 gold to just do a 25 damage nuke every time he goes.
A skewer again into the dust. Blue orb not purchased. Blue orb not required. Reed grabs the kills. Now 2-1 kill score for the first time. Your nightmare is over, and now I have the kill score.
He's skilled in power? That has to be a misclick. The last time we watched him play, he went 4-0-4, and then he took the empower damage. Or no, then he took the shockwave duration on 4 Magnus with the melee carry. I remember.
Maybe he's learned. Maybe he's been in the lab and lost him a little bit.
That this alchemist
bottom lane, Muerta is about to die, and she'll get brought on down. Techies will not go down quite yet. There will not be a trade. You were saying, Neph, sorry?
I mean, there's still action happening here. The courier just goes down. That's action. Animals getting killed.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah. Anyways, what I was talking about before is I think the Magnus probably realized that the Alchemist doesn't want to be in this top lane. He wants to be over in the jungle, which is why he's maxing the Empower early.
This guy's gonna die mid.
Yeah, Avalanche use, but there's... I mean, you could use a stick for toss, but he doesn't want to commit for it.
He would have died.
Is that no getaway? Maybe he didn't do the math on that one.
Damage. Yeah, oh my god. You do not like to see that one. Also, speaking of things you do not like to see, this bottom lane is getting... It shouldn't be this bad for Radiant. Kron's like your high MMR player, right? Kind of. I mean, it's the
kind of, not really, but yeah.
I mean, Kron's like 7k, right?
I think it's like, isn't it like 6'6" or something? I don't know.
I mean, he's pretty high.
I mean, before Recal, he was like 5'8", but yeah, he Recal treated him pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I think his main was always low, but he was like gaining pretty high on his Smurf even before Recal. I thought he was like 500-ish, like 600, 500.
Maybe you're right,
And
actually. I'm not really a huge Karan Smurf watcher, to be honest.
I don't know if this is true, but I feel like this is a signature hero because he's gold tier on it, and I see it on his profile, and I saw that he was playing it a lot when it came out. And it's like a kind of odd hero, and they picked it, so I assume this is his signature, and he's like getting killed on it by fucking Ogre Magi, which is like a strong laner or whatever, but this lane is supposed to be, it's not supposed to not be that bad for the
Middle
hero.
lane, the
I do this
gank by
hero is
Bunions.
brilliant.
Storm is dead. Big rotation from Bunions. It's one of those things where they had lane counter pick. They chose Ogre Magi to lane into this, and of course Teki is always a menace to safe laners everywhere. So never a fun time for Muerta there.
That was a nice find on the Storm Theory just before he hits level 6. He's a little bit under leveled there as well. He should probably have it by this point in the game. Yeah, it's an unhappy face. I agree with that.
You know, I mean, he'll have a 6 quite soon, and Tiny is already 6. It shouldn't be a second kill, but again, if you're Mr. Lens, you want your game to start well.
Yeah, for sure. Storm with no mana batteries either, or like gas stations, I think is what Sumail called them. That's what people are saying these days. Without one of these, if you don't have a good game on Storm, then you kind of also rely on the other team throwing, because you don't really get up off the ground. Yeah, to refill your mana, you know.
Skewer
Call
into
them
dust,
EV
top lane.
chargers, or
Concoction is
Tesla
on the way, but a
superchargers.
vacuum will bring down the Magnus first. The 1-for-1 trade once again top lane. Fishky, I don't think he brings him down. Meanwhile, bottom lane's a dive as well. It's rotation from Rice Boy, TP into his lane. Diesel is still diving. Sauce already dead. He desperately wants Karan. And there'll still be a kill on the Muerta, but it'll cost Ogre's Life eventually, right? He dies here, right? Eventually? There's an avalanche right now. I mean, if he lives here, there's no. He has sticks. He actually don't live here. He has sticks.
Please
he actually has
kill
sticks.
him.
Please
Stun
kill him.
also. He's got abilities. You can activate them.
Alright,
2
he's
damage
dead.
and stun. Okay.
Please wait if he turns around and it's just easier for him to catch up to him there.
I think it would have been worth it to go for the multicast stun, because pretty high chance, but...
It's one of those fun gambles as an observer. Skewer, top lane, speaking of gambles. It's Pishjon throughout the surge, but he should get away. But it's like, you see action breaking out in both side lanes. Which one do you watch sometimes? I think I caught a bit of both of it, but what can you do sometimes? It is Wisdom Rune time. Sauce grabbed one. There's still one more remaining, actually, so that'll be nice for whoever can grab that radiant side of Wisdom Rune. I'm curious, what are your guys' thoughts on this Wisdom Rune activity? Fan? Not a fan?
Not a fan.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I think that it kind of... Maybe everybody's not used to it, but the fact that you have to... Oh, Bounty Hunter. Alright, he's fine. It's all gonna be okay. The fact that you have to like go back and out of your way and it's so far off the map from like doing anything useful to get this huge XP bonus feels really bad for me. I like playing aggressive supports, so I am almost never gonna be in like that spot. It takes like 30 seconds to go out of the way and grab that. So this
Ogre
was a
Magi
massive
gameplay is occurring bottom, by the way. That's interesting dive from Diesel. Rice Blade punched him with the TP. Yeah, I know. So I watching you the other night as well, Neph, and you were definitely living up to the word of high octane gameplay and Wisdom Rune. Yeah, I guess if you're going aggressively enough, you can go the enemy's Wisdom Rune, but
Yeah,
that's not always convenient either.
that's what I was gonna say. I like the idea that you can steal the other team's Wisdom Rune, and it's like a objective that you play for in minute 7. But it is... I can kind of agree that maybe it's too far in there, and maybe they should put it like... maybe they should make it a little bit less safe. That way, there's like more action at it. Because right now, I feel like it's just kind of these like invis heroes or really mobile heroes they go to steal.
Top lane,
Sure,
Storm rotates
them.
in, but Pistia is a little bit too tanky. Mr. Lens lacks a little bit of mana. Ultra Gunner will self-stun Radiant. I think I actually even saw him self-stun, but with that Alk ulti, he should be a-okay to regen back up. They'll gank there for the Dire.
Yep. And again, 3 points into the Empower, so no 4-0-4 build like he was going the other time. Buying Onions is...
Yeah, scouted out that Magnus. Rice Blade rotated in. Good scouting there from Bunions. Again, Rice Blade is getting involved everywhere so far. He's 2-0 and 2. I've been a big fan of Steiny so far this game, other than the missed kill on the Storm earlier in the laning phase.
Our bold prediction, Dire lost.
Weren't we hyping this team up?
Yeah, I mean, they're both fine. Were we hyping them up? I thought we were hyping both of them up.
I was
I was
both of them
hyping up Dyer.
Okay.
You're hyping up the legendary Ultra Gunner, backing up your countrymen. By the way,
Yeah.
bottom lane, Muerta appears to be very, very dead. Though, their might actually turns on Sauce. And that is going to be Sauce brought down. The tower gets killed by Ogre Magi, but what could have been a kill on Muerta instead went the other direction.
And those kills are important also, because the Muerta was like having a bad game. So these kind of like careless kills just let her come back, pretty much. It's like, I think Muerta went a lot of small items. This guy knows the hero better than I do, so maybe it's right. But I think you kind of need your Maelstrom now to farm, because there's going to be a lot of downtime, because you can't really fight. So your only other option is to farm.
I have like an alarm going off in my head. Like I've been playing with Jim. You guys both know Jim. Jim's a big enthusiast of blue wards and dust. He wants, even his cores to be carrying dust in games like this. He'll be yelling at Diesel right now. We're at the bottom. Speaking of dust, Mr. Lance actually has dust to bring down Bunions. Barring a miracle, bounty will go down, and actually Diesel's Ignite will secure the kill. Yeah, sometimes if you're playing the core, just grab a dust, grab a blue ward. Make sure you're there to get those kills. Over to mid lane, meanwhile, Tiny goes for an avalanche combo, but Sauce will simply walk away. Ooh, blast off from Sauce into the Fire Blast, a 2x multicast, but again, Rice Boy's got 600 HP and a Fairy Fire and 8 wand charges. Unless we get more multicasts. No multicast this time. Blood Grenade to
just combo
slow.
him. Yeah.
Avalanche. But in comes Storm from long range. Rice Boy's out of spells. He'll use the Fairy Fire, but he's brought down by Cuba's very own Mr. Lens. They parlay that one to a bounty hunter kill. It's 2 kills in the middle lane. 1 kill to both of the 2 cores in the fight. And again, at this point, it is a 2k lead for your Nightmare is over. And wait, top lane, a soul kill from Pistia, committing to that wall to bring down the Magnus.
Neph, you were saying?
No, we get already. Go ahead, logical.
Okay. This ogre hero looks extremely annoying to play against. I think this hero might be super good. I mean, I don't know if this game is like the greatest example of what this hero is actually going to be able to do. But I mean, just so far from what I've seen, just having the high base damage by Vanguard, you do a lot of magical damage once you get a couple levels.
He's just harassing a lot with Ignite, like a lot. It seems super annoying to play against. Anytime somebody shows himself.
Just doesn't take damage.
Did they change how Ignite multicast works?
He gets extra multicast with extra points in strength.
Yeah, I know that, but it's like whenever he multicasts Ignite, it doesn't hit the same unit twice.
Maybe if there's
Like,
not enough
watch-
use to target, but
Yeah. Okay, he didn't multicast it there, that was unlucky. But yeah, I saw it like 2 times in a row where he'd cast it, and then it would hit 2 heroes, and then the multicast would just go on the nearby creeps.
Yeah. It was doing that earlier as well.
Nation top lane by Mr. Lens, trying to kill a diving Pistia. He'll commit all of his mana, but Pistia has a Vanguard. He's unkillable. And they'll turn on Sauce anyways. He is in the good old Solar Bind, brought down by 3 Radiant Heroes. I believe that was not a track kill. I don't think he was 6 before that kill. Or maybe it was a track kill. I wasn't keeping track of that one. No pun intended. But
Good one.
it's a kill on
It wasn't
Techies.
back a track kill.
It's my B. My eyes were not working then.
Sorry, I got fight recaps to rely on. So you
Yeah.
cast the spell.
I have the pimp casting thing that gets for like low cooldown spells, so I don't even have that in my fight recap.
They're actually gonna get the storm? It's like really close.
He's got the blink, he's got the avalanche toss, but Mr. Len still has a couple of wand charges to play with. The tree toss is not enough. Sauce TP's in. He'll perhaps be the one who dies. He's tracked. Rice Boy has his full combo and blink in 2 seconds if he wants to dive that tower. And he'll do so to bring down... No, he hasn't bring Techies down quite yet. Techies, with a little bit of HP, will finally die to that Shuriken toss. Level 1 Shuriken toss at that, but it might cost the life of the Bounty Hunter. Diesel TPs, and Bunions will TP away. Mr. Lens will kill him during the TP duration, and now he wants more. He's got full mana. He wants to keep her of the light. He's slowed by the storm. He's balling on forward into the vortex, into the 2 times Fire Blast. 2 kills for Dire, 1 kill for Radiant, but it was a track kill, so it's similar goal going both ways.
Yeah, this is why Logical was talking about this earlier. Like, Dyer's just gonna pop off this game.
Yeah,
Like, they've won.
Yeah, actually now I do kind of, and I am very concerned for Radiant, because this Magnus maxed in power, and he's been able to just like farm with it. He hasn't really shown up to these engagements, he's literally just like hitting creeps, and he has a blink now. And level 9 also. Also, additionally, the Alchemist has been untouched. I think the main problem for Radiant is they're really low damage if they don't have Morta items. They needed to Iron Shell the Tiny more, because without it, they like lack the damage that it takes to actually like finish off heroes. We saw it with the Storm there in the top lane. If you just like tiny combo a hero by yourself, they don't just explode.
Yeah, they're tanky. Most of these heroes are tanky. It's very difficult to deal with.
Radiant smoked 3, but it seems like it's not going to connect. I mean, at this point, what's the game plan for both teams? I should be looking at from like a macro perspective game-wise. Oh, nah, man. Techie's dead top lane. We're gonna ignore that. Let's look at the macro game. What's going on macro game right now?
I mean, right now they're playing bottom side of the map. I imagine they probably try to play beside this tier 2 tower for the next couple of minutes, take this.
Wait, they actually didn't kill Techies, and instead it's Rice Boy who's dropping. An absolute shock. Eventually Techies will die, but it's a trade for Rice Boy. I did not expect that. They'll parlay that one into a bounty hunter kill. That's a double kill for Mr. Lens. That is missed kill there for Rice Boy, resulting in a 2-for-1 swing.
Yeah. Techies is pretty tanky these days. Had 1k HP. And yeah. Sorry, you said?
2.5 strength growth, right? You got extra HP from the fairies, trinket from these drums. Again, all you need to be able to do is survive like this instant burst and the toss avalanche combination. And right now, everyone has just enough HP to be able to do that. And they don't really have any burst damage outside of that. It's what I was talking about, why I thought like the Alchemist was really good this game. The burst damage just isn't there, and Morta's going to take so long to come online to be able to do like tons of damage.
Kind of like that Karana's up here. I think now he's strong with his Maelstrom Max Gunslinger, but if they like jump him first, then it's gonna be hard. And you click on the Alk, this guy's so strong. I will say that I think Radiant has opportunity because it's a little bit hard for Alk to kill these heroes. Like there comes a time where it's a little bit difficult.
Speaking of killing heroes, middle lane, it's a wall dropped, but no vacuum, it's still on cooldown. Blink to also be there on the Magnus. That man is certainly... Wait, he'll skewer 2 away before he dies, but the very little effect. Becky says a blast off, but a little bit too late perhaps. Bunyan sidesteps the red mines. It's so far only a 1-0 in Radiant's favor. It might just stay that way unless Radiant have another jump. Mr. Lance has arrived, but he's only about 1/3 mana, and they still cannot kill Bunions. Vortex will finally be able to bring down that bounty. It's a 1-for-1 now, but teams are running out of spells and they're running out of mana, unless Diesel can just multicast a victory. He'll attempt it, 3 times stunning Pistia. Mr. Lens is still only about 1/3 mana. Problem is Rice Boy. Ooh, good blink reaction from Rice Boy. But he's going to get slowed by the mines into the Fire Blast. He has a Pavis buff on him from his Coddle. Avalanche will hit only on 1 Raw, and Ogre, being unkillable, will now walk away.
I mean, this guy does just have like 2300 HP. He gets to play so far up and does tons of magic damage as well. That's such a pain in the ass to deal with this guy.
You talking about Ogre or Tiny?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, they'll go on Pistia mid, blast off committed. Vacuum will be there on 3. The wall is on cooldown. Bunions puts up the tracks. Mr. Lens will commit. He used all his mana, but he runs right into Rice Boy. Rice Boy had the response. Karan secures the kill. Ultragun arrives with a 3-man stun, blinking on forward into the RP! 3 are inside the RP as well, into the skewer! 2 dead, 2 kills for the Owl. He'll pop his BKB, looking for Darkseer. He's got spells on cooldown, and his life will now be on cooldown. Triple kill for Austin. Ultra Gunner is out of control right now.
Well played by Dire there at the end. I think Pistia just was like a little bit too far out. They honestly were pretty strong on Radiant. We didn't talk about it that much, but this guy's just buying auras on Darkseer, so they're pretty strong. He just lost a little bit too much health at the start, and the fight was even turning their direction until they came in with the Alkin RP. It's kind of a lot of gold to give to Dire, though. I'm not sure if they'll be able to run the fight back, taking it correctly this time on Radiant.
Well, 20 minutes is coming up now, so we already see Morta getting into position to go for the double Wisdom Rune. Wait, she didn't even realize there was 2 there. She wasn't wise enough until she picked up the first one to go for that second.
That just means that nobody's been there for the last 12 minutes. That's the minute 7 Wisdom Runes still there.
This is what I was complaining about. You have to go so far out of your way most of the time to be able to grab these things.
I think it's interesting that it promotes different like walking patterns, because otherwise I think like especially towards the end of the last patch it was like extremely obvious to know where you're supposed to walk on the map.
Speaking of
But now
extremely
there's
obvious, it's a 4-man gank on Ogre Magi. There were heroes showing on the map, and they knew he was alone. Good track kill there for make Bloosher great again. You're saying logical?
Yeah, but now there's like a lot of different places that you can go, like a lot of different areas of the map. So like you can walk up to this, you can go TP here, get this shit, and then go like farm this can't. There's not really a good way to explain it. The map is so much bigger. There's so many more places to go.
And that is factual. The map just is
Yeah,
larger.
but you know exactly where they go
Yeah.
at 20 minutes.
Not the Radiant.
Yeah, these people just aren't up to snuff. I don't know what to tell you.
I know some teams definitely prioritize Tormentor higher than others. I mean, there's some that are camping it out
Wait,
20 minutes every
yeah.
game, but
And if you're saying that you're saying that, what's it called? That Dire really played well, going for this Tormentor right at 20 minutes. But the techie's got the shard, and he does not even have W skill.
Oh no. This is almost as embarrassing for me as it is for this guy.
what can
I
you
mean,
do?
they're
That's rough.
it's okay because they're trying to like make the
No,
Tormentor
it's not
respawn
okay.
as fast as possible,
This is
and
fucked
so
up. Does he go into?
I hope
Please
he takes
don't.
magic resistance.
Oh
Yes.
my god, no! Sauce
Aside
is
from
my
being
greatest
funny,
enemy now.
I think the skill build is just wrong.
I'm a former teammate of Sauce. I can hit it up like, hey, your skill build sucks.
People just kind of get W early on. I guess it's pretty bad this game, to be fair. But I think people just get it earlier, yeah. This magic resistance house is insane, though, also.
Well, Keeper of the Light is very dead, by the way. Was caught, I believe, warding. Yeah, put the ward down before he died. There's no blue wards from Dire to deward that one quite yet, but they want more than a simple Keeper of the Light. They want bigger kills. Problem is, bigger kills have left the vicinity, other than perhaps Rice Boy, who's showing mid right now.
Last thing I'm going to say about techies for a little bit. He set up these 7 mines here on this Tormentor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think it's going to kill the Tormentor when it respawns? Because they get extra barrier.
Those are level 1 mines, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they do update when you level up, so if he gets level 12 before 30 minutes, which hopefully he should.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Alright, I know with old techies, they would update when you got the eggs, but they wouldn't update when you gained a level on his
Interesting.
ultimate.
I didn't know that.
Wraparound gank
Oh,
from
that's
the
a
Dire.
useless
The
fact
Rice
now.
Boy mid lane concoction is there on Tiny. Blink Skewer is committed, bringing Tiny towards his coddle. Avalanche will hit onto Wall, but no Vacuum quite yet, interrupted by the Techies. Vacuum will be there onto Radiant, are on the run, however. BKB still active. Magnus said the trade is for coddle. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Mr. Len's a little bit low on mana, and Radiant run to the high ground. Blink to Avalanche toss comes in from Tiny. Mr. Lens remains alive. Toss goes down on the Techies. Mr. Lens will keep you. It's not canceled! There was no means of canceling it in time. Ultra Gunner TP's away. The great escape on the cores turned what could have been what was a pretty minor loss into what could have been a catastrophic loss with those 2 TPs. Dire, they get away with a murder on that one.
That was such an odd initiation where he just kind of pushed him away from the Storm's initiation and then died before he could get the RP off. I don't know.
Had a number of definitely odd skewers from Reed, aka Choppa, this game.
Logical, back me up here. I'm not just flaming, am I?
Yeah, no, that's actually what I was gonna say also. Nice kill by Mr. Lens.
I think there's no way they lose that fight if that initiation wasn't so botched. And then they tried to move up onto the high ground in order to have their positioning not be so awkward, but then they already lost some HP by that point. It just was not great. So it kind of gives Radiant more of a foothold in this game. I'm just not sure that it gets much better the later this goes. Like, this Mortar is not farming fast compared to the Alchemist. This is a Bloodlust and Empower Alchemist. Like, you are not keeping up with this.
Yeah, and he's not even like building enough damage on Muerta, I think. This hero is actually insane. I don't know if like Karan's just making it look good or what, but like watching it in that fight, I was actually surprised with how much damage it was doing. But I think one thing that I saw some people do during the major when this hero was like being picked is they would go for like early moon shards and stuff. Honestly, that happened in Dream League also, but they'd like they'd go like Maelstrom, Dragonlance, Moon Shard when the game was going bad. And I thought that was really interesting because like the amount you get so much fucking damage from Moonshard because the ult gives you damage. So
Ooh, Mr. Lens. Oh, he should not have got away with that, but instead Radiant go in on the Magnus. Magnus is feared. Backwall's there on 3, but Mag still skewers away. Ultra Runner tossed out the stun. Lens again balls in, but he's silenced by Karan. RP will be there, but only on 2 with his dying breath. Lens still tries to ball away. Sauce goes to the blast off, but at this point, Radiant seem triumphant. Techies dies. It's already 2 dead. Diesel's tossed up, and he might just get brought down. He'll attempt to turn with his other cores. Bunions is dead. The trade is for Diesel, and now Alk tries to outfight with his BKB. It's currently a 2v4 situation. Rice Play runs away. He wants Karan. He's got the stun. Muerta's 1/3 HP. Storm is still low on mana. The bash comes in, but Muerta's still alive. The Radiance does not finish the kill. The bash will be there on Darkseer. Piston now begins to run away, but again, they cannot kill the Alchemist. The currency enthusiast himself brings down Darkseer. Rice Boy tries for a kill on Storm, but he doesn't even get it. Instead, they turn and bring down Tiny. That's a 3 for 3. A fantastic turn by Lens and Ultra Gunner. What seemed like a disaster turned into a good trade.
yeah, I mean they managed to clutch it out at the end of that fight, but Dire's like a lot stronger kind of. So honestly, I don't know if they should be happy with that. I guess they're getting Roche now, which is nice, but like we saw how strong the Alchemist is.
Yeah,
If
I
they
mean, Ultra
could've just-
Gunner hesitated to jump into that one right away, just because again it was kind of awkward. His Magnus had gone down again. He wasn't empowered, so I think he was hesitating whether he'd even take that fight or not. He's definitely playing careful and afraid to go down because of how much he is worth. I think it was kind of a bad thing there, but ultimately they did end up winning the fight. He committed, and now they have Roshan, so I think they're probably going to be ready to take high ground here.
It's 2 lives for Storm. Alk basically doesn't even need 2 lives, so it's going to be make or break for make Bloosher great again. This is going to be the hardest stage of the game. If they can survive the next 5 minutes, it gets easier, but that next 5 minutes will be hard.
Yeah. You disagree with me, Logical? I'm waiting for you to call me out. Like, high ground might be a little bit too much.
Oh, high ground? Yeah, I mean, I think it might be.
Yeah, this Neph guy's fucking stupid. Go on.
One thing that Dire's making the game a little bit harder than they need it to be because they're not really like jumping the right heroes in these fights. Like the Muerta's almost always been able to blow her load, and they're like kind of just jumping the hero that's closest to them, which has often been the Darkseer or the Tiny. And these are the heroes that you can like kind of jump it if you just have like an overwhelming amount of damage, but they don't really. Like Tiny, you need magic damage, and they don't really have all that crazy burst magic damage. And the Darkseer you just kind of want to ignore, because he's just really hard to kill, and he's pretty nimble with Surge. And the Muerta doesn't really have good defensive items either. In fact, Karan's often pressing his pike to like chase in these fights. So if you can, like if you just see the Muerta hitting people, and then you jump her with Storm Spirit, you're probably just gonna win the fight because Radiant's gonna run out of damage.
You just grab 3 bounty runes.
Yeah.
Alk.
Does it still multiply them? Yeah, it does too. So you gotta. You give 81 gold. I'm not gonna think about it.
Gold is gold. I mean, Alk. I mean, I mentioned Alk earlier, currency enthusiast. He's got a bunch of USD. He's got some renminbi, got some euros, some Swedish krona, some Dogecoin. He's got a bunch of money right now. That's what he does. Top lane vacuum on Mag. I believe Mag will attempt to skewer away into the RP. He's still going to die here, but his team wants vengeance. Problem is, Bunions has a Lotus Orb and he has a teammate with auras, therefore he takes no damage. Good old auras.
100% Gunslinger chance. This town's fucking busted.
Which one?
Gunslinger chance plus 20%.
It's 20, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when this hero first came out, I had no idea that, like, you just hit the same hero in front of you twice if there's only one hero in front of you.
Yeah.
It's just 70% crit. Awesome.
You know, the Muerta got 2 instances of reactive taser because I saw the Muerta double hit the techies in one of these fights. Took 600 damage.
I found it interesting that Gunslinger is like both a means of split damage, but also can be like effectively a crit as well. Because most abilities either say split damage or they're like a single target crit damage source. But again, if you get into like that straight 1v1, your split damage source turns into a crit, which is a very rare trait. Again, Muerta
this one like stacks with other crits though. It's
yeah,
the nice part about it.
Basically, you add like this sort of crit with an actual crit. It's like, oh, I do damage, don't I? Which makes sense. I mean, she's got 2 guns. Most characters with guns in this game do a lot of damage, so that'll go sometimes.
Yeah, guns do a lot of damage, as both of you being Americans are familiar with.
Listen there,
Right,
Mr. Bag of
right.
Milk motherfucker. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Can you believe it, Logical? They drink their milk from bags. Maybe not in like BC, but I know like
I
Toronto,
know.
where everyone lives,
Neph used to be the dealer,
in bags.
the perpetrator.
I was back in my heydays. Public enemy
that.
#1, selling slinging the bag milk.
I just can't believe you can't tell me you're a first world nation if you bring milk in bags. There's just no way.
I mean, first world nation player right now is dominating this game. Ultra Gunner, my boy, my fellow Canadian.
That's
What do you have
true.
to say for yourself?
Here you are. He's playing Alchemist to be fair, but he's having a good game. He's having a good game. But he has to win the game first. Gold means nothing. Throne means everything.
What are your odds looking like for Radiant right now, Logical?
Higher than you might think, like 37.
37%.
Yeah, yeah, like
That's
60.
that is quite high. I would not
Yeah.
rate them that
Yeah.
highly.
Yeah, I know.
Now, Gaben somewhat disagrees with you on this one, Logical. It's currently 78 for the Dire. Do you think it's higher or lower than 78, Neff? You feeling even more
Higher.
dire or even or
More
less dire?
dire.
More dire. So you give him like 80% plus
Nine-
odds.
90%
90%.
90%. Okay.
I will say, with the way that both these teams have been playing the game, I think that Dire's playing better than Radiant, so I think that maybe because of that, their percentage should be higher than 65. But just like strictly from game state, I think that Radiant's not too out of it.
Let's see.
Well, here we go. This could be the smoke that breaks the game wide open. From the south side into the western end of the Dire jungle, a courier is dead. Stun is channeled by Ultra. They want Karan, the absolute ideal target. 100-0 in a few seconds flat, and they want more. It's time for heroes to die. Patience has a beautiful TP just in time. But again, there's still Bunions on the run. He'll purge off one Dust, I believe, with that Lotus Orb, but he's still getting run down. Dust is on cooldown for techies, and wait, there's a lack of protection on the other heroes. If he lives for 2 more seconds... Wait, there's Dust on over. He'll be dead. Never mind. That's 2 kills. 1 on Muerto, 1 on Bounty. Not the ideal fight, but certainly a major win for your Nightmare is over.
We get the BKB done on the Morton now, so she can probably stand her ground in these next team fights. But I think everyone else is blown up incredibly quickly. Again, people are boxed in. Fill the ages for how much longer? Another 30 seconds here. They can probably take a little bit more control of the map with this one. Storm 3 will go back up to full mana. You might make a cheap keys that play with it as well.
I'm kind of surprised that he bought the BKB, although I don't think it's terrible. I would love to see him just like literally buy a Moonshard there.
Back
'cause I
wall
think
into
he
the
needs
avalanche
them.
on 2. Sauce is dead, but in comes a 2-man RP into the ball in by Mr. Lens. It's a chain stun extravaganza to bring down Tiny, but he'll still BKB in time and walk away. He's just too tanky. Bunions respawns. They want Ultra Gunner. BKB's on cooldown. Lens falls in, finds nobody with that Vortex. Blink, Skewer will be there on Darkseer, but Darkseer's still half HP. He's being bashed by the Alchemist, and he's brought down by the Alchemist. So 1-for-1 so far. Muerta will BKB. She wants to turn, but in comes Storm once again, finding Tiny again! Tiny! Try for a last-minute initiation, but Storm will punish. They move to Coddle. Coddle's certainly gonna die. Darkseer buys back. He's got Wall on cooldown, but he's got the auras. He'll return to the fight. Coddle's at the 3-for-1 so far, but Radiant have used the core buyback. They want vengeance. They want at least a Storm Spirit kill, but he still has a little bit of mana. He balls away. Bunions wants this, but at this point, he's going into dangerous enemy territory. They know he's nearby. By this point, there's going to be no vengeance, simply a dire win. They might go for one more. Concoction is being channeled. There's no... Oh, good Hurricane Pike from Karan. He wants to go on the out. Bunions backs him up, pitches on the way, but in comes the mag. The vacuum on 3. Vortex on nobody. Blast off hits on 1. Muerta has no BKB. She's still fighting. Alk's still fighting. Alk wins the man fight. Turns to the bounty hunter. Darkseer will attempt the run. He's the lone survivor, but he's skewered. Back towards the Alk. Another bash into the Vortex. That's a full 5-man wipe. A major, wide, open, game-breaking win for your Nightmare is over.
I mean, that one wasn't just a lost team fight. That was soul-crushing, Logical. I don't know. That Alchemist should have died there.
Yeah, he should have.
What
That was
he
an
did.
insane vacuum at the end, I'll say, though,
Yeah.
to cancel the skewer, but yeah, it still wasn't enough. And, I mean, it's like hard to win this game, right? Radiant has kind of been winning the whole game, but I'll say that, I'm not a fan of Karan's item build. Oh, nice kill.
No, yeah.
Okay, he went on mag, he got the mag, but he's now kind of just away from his base, and there are dire heroes killing his base. There are some severe base problems right now for the raid. I mean, there are also top racks. They're about to lose bottom racks, borrowing a miracle defense, but again, no Muerta, no Darkseer. There's no defense unless Rice Bladus goes absolutely psychopathic right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough damage. No, like Ags or anything on the Tiny. Solar Crest plus Alchemist is dangerous. Solar Crest Bloodlust is an interesting idea, though. I haven't thought about this, but just giving your teammate, what is it, like 180? No, that can't be right. That's 130 attack speed. Pretty crazy, especially with lower BAT. Alchemist kind of has damage problems into auras, I think. That's why, yeah. That's why, like, Ultra's about to disassemble his Radiance into a Nullifier. And, that's why I think these, like, mid-game teamfights can kind of get weird.
If they can somehow win a fight, then maybe we have a game on our hands. But right now, it's certainly Ultra and company in the driver's seat, though. I mean, they're just 2 racks up, 30k ahead, and they're now in a great position to grab that next Roshan when it respawns. Oh, that's a late Roshan respawn. Maybe not, but when it eventually respawns, they'll be there.
Butterfly completed on Alchemist. This is sick. You know, people used to build this in the old days as like a late game carry item back before there was like true strike items logical.
Before there were true strike items. Wait, what does that mean? There used to not be true strike items?
Yeah.
How long ago is this?
Yeah.
This is before my time, even. I think that's a long,
I think he's
long
just
time
ancient.
ago.
I don't even think. No, I think he's making stuff up.
I remember when I started, there was the 100% accurate MKB, and those were good times. But
Yeah.
there's a long. I mean, there's like
Listen,
10 years
I,
ago.
well, I had to walk the lane uphill both ways back in my day.
You remember there was
snow?
a javelin that pierced armor 30% of the time, and no one would ever buy it.
Yeah, you know, you could just type like dash moonlight and change the weather in Warcraft 3 and Dota.
I remember you used to be able to change your
It was
career.
free,
Dude,
free weather.
you used to be able to
New
have whatever
match.
career you wanted too, of like 12 selections. But I mean, everybody that was
Yeah.
cool used to Snow Owl, of course. If you didn't, you were lame.
Yeah.
It's like not even real. 35
I
years
personally
ago.
didn't use a courier because I would run it down with the courier, you know.
A menace to Karina pubs everywhere. Feels good to be old.
No, it doesn't.
You're right, it doesn't.
My bones hurt.
They do hurt.
Almost as hurt as much as Radiant over here. Am I right, Logical? Their basing
Yeah.
looking too good.
It's looking not good for them. I'd say my 35% has gone down to like 5%.
Yeah.
So Dota Plus says
98s.
Yeah.
98 for Dire.
It's a pretty long roach respawn. They're just hanging by the pit. There's like no chance they can test with all these mines around. Not that they could even take like a team fight in there anyways. I mean, part of the issue goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning. We were like, okay, they just can't burst anybody down. So how do you find a pick off when all these heroes are holding blink daggers? They're all incredibly tanky. Stormbear can zip on top of you as well. When your best like burst damage is the toss avalanche from Tiny, that is not doing it anymore. So coming back in this and like finding these solo kills at the moment feels so hard.
Yeah, agreed. They're just like so light on damage. They need the Ags on Tiny. They need a real damage item on Muerta.
This is one of those things where you run one more team fight, hope for the best, and if it's a lost team fight, you call it 2 Gs in the chat, you go game 2.
Yeah, I mean the issue with going eggs on Tiny is it like turns your Tiny into a ranged right clicker instead of like an initiator. And I
Yeah.
guess your Darkseer could be the initiator at that point, but it's also like your Aura bot, so
You
he's
can,
playing board.
I mean, like, generally, I think the way the Ags Tiny works is you, like, jump and then you just, like, try to back out with your BKB and then you end up throwing the Ags after and it does a lot of damage, which I think they kind of just need, especially because in this, like, current patch, I think that the way a lot of fights end up being is, it's, like, pretty hard to get clean fights. Normally, it's, like, back and forth. It's kind of hard to tell who's winning, and there's a lot of, like, disengaging. because of the way that auras are. It's hard to just straight up kill someone.
Yeah, they should talking you in the chat, by the way. This is a shit cast. He keeps getting, but I'm sure they're talking about you and not me.
You know, it's
There's just-
there we go. They're going in
there's
on
just no way.
Tiny. BKB there in time. Len still wants more. He heads to the bounty hunter. Bounty will attempt to
He's got
not
back
die,
to
but it appears to be futile. Dire will run him down, but can Radiant find the Venus first? Actually keep Bounty on for a little bit longer, but this way is there. The Tiny. It's taking a lot of damage. RP will be there on 3 heroes. Into the Vortex, into the Skewer. 2 dead. Bounty buys back. Tiny does not have one. Patience is dead. Pistia is in danger. The Radiant are collapsing. Lens may lose 1 life, but how can you fight? They head to Karan. Another bash! Well timed. Into the Horn Toss. Into the Skewer. I believe that'll be a dieback on Keeper of the Light. Radiant are collapsing. It'll be a 3v5 defense, and they still haven't killed Storm once. He'll attempt to die on purpose to get more mana back, and he will do so. But Dire will dive the tier 4. Skewers off the mark, not that it matters all too much. There's still a tier 2 standing, but eventually that will die, and that will be Megas when the tier 2 dies. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Creep's now here. Ultra Gunner is just cleaning up that wave. Dopian's getting taken down. He's got cheese. He can pop the cap up his HP again.
He's holding it. Here we go. Karan will attempt to go on in. He's now stunned by Diesel into stun from Lens. Somehow Ultra Gunner self-stunned on that one, but it matters not. They'll kill Muerta. That's a dieback. In comes the ball in by Storm all the way to the edge of the fountain. He might even go and dive to the fountain. And there's 2 G's in the chat. Radiant will unplug their controllers, and we're headed to game number 2.
Even picks up a Desolator on Storm, trying to kill the throne before the game ends. The GG kicks in. Logical. I know you weren't that fond of the lack of burst damage on the draft. Is there anything else, like key moments, you feel like the game went wrong here? Where it started to feel unwinnable?
Oh, I think like this like early mid game, right after they got the tiny blink, where the Magnus was like kind of poor and the Elks game wasn't like too crazy yet, where Radiant ended up like running into Dire a lot and making a lot of plays, but they didn't end up actually getting any kills. I think at that point, at like kind of before 15 minutes, they just let the Elk get too much, and this year was like very insane. Like probably like a top 2. I don't know. I've seen some people say it's the best year on the game. You can't let it play like this.
I think it's better than Medusa right now.
I don't know actually. I haven't thought about what
I
order.
mean, it's harder to counter than the Medusa, because the Medusa just kind of sucks shit against the anti-mage, but then Alchemist, I feel like, is okay against mostly everything.
I don't think Medusa's that bad. Honestly, I do think Medusa is the most broken hero, but it's like only when Tundra's playing it or something.
Isn't that the team that came in like 4th or something?
Yeah,
I
they
only
really
care
did
Gaming
get 4th.
Gladiators.
They really did just get 4th, but Game of Gladiators like never got to have it except for against Spirit.
Did they even come in 4th? I mean, I was at this major. I think I just made
Yeah,
that result
they
up.
tied. I'm pretty sure. No, they did. They
5th
lost
to
to.
6th.
Yeah, they really did get 5th and 6th. They didn't get 4th. They lost to Liquid.
To be fair, Liquid good at Dota.
Wait, I just realized they lost to Liquid in Game In, right? On Tundra,
Yeah.
and they got 5th, 6th. They lost to 1st and 2nd. They got 5th, 6th.
I mean, that's tragic. Imagine getting 5th, 6th after losing to USA's very own Quinn Callahan, of course, NEL's very own Psy. I mean, that's a rough time.
Yeah.
Didn't Nine Pandas lose to Liquid in Game and they got 3rd?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to play against Liquid in gaming. It's very unlucky. What can you do?
That's Liquid's fault for losing to fucking OG, didn't they?
Yeah, so they started in the lower bracket, didn't? No, they started upper bracket against OG. Yeah, they lost. Yeah. You were doing your job fine. You remember who was winning matches and tweeting about it. Keep it
Yeah.
up.
2-1.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun game too. It's it's gonna be a fun game too. I'm gonna cut to a very, very short break. We'll see you again very soon for game 2 of Make Bloosher Great Again versus Your Nightmare is Over. Greetings and salutations once again. We are back for game number 2 of Make Bloosher Great Again versus Your Nightmare is Over. And your nightmare is over. They picked the Alk, they bought the Auras, they took game 1 in dominant fashion. My name is Badger. I'm joined by Neph and Logical once again. Hopefully, you guys are nice and recuperated ready for game number 2. It's tournament points for Make Bloosher Great Again. They lose this game, they're done.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're done mentally as well because they already banned out the Alchemist. That is a sign of being mind flayed if I have ever seen one. Are they going to go back for the Keeper of the Light? I don't know. I feel like if it's not working, it's not working. Logical?
God, I hope Dire fucking wins so we can get paid and get out of here.
You're getting paid for this shit?
Wait,
Ever since I lost my job,
my mic was unmuted. Oh,
Badger's
shit.
all like, "Oh man, Neph, you're gonna need some opportunities. You wanna hop on the cast of lads now? Here, working the esports sphere, ain't looking so hot lately. You gotta get out there." I'm like, "Geez, Badger, all right, if you say so."
Underlord Rubik 6-7 is really good, actually.
Badger doesn't even know what to fucking say.
Because I think Underlord is like probably is definitely the premier offlaner. I think I said it was Doom. I think Underlord's a little bit better than maybe Doom's probably better, but Underlord's right there next to him. And the only like real good counter for Underlord is Rubik because you just steal Firestorm and you're better Underlord. But you can take Underlord or you can take Rubik with Underlord when you have second pick on the 6-7. And the lane is also just works really nicely with each other. They pause the game, I'm pretty sure, right? Yes.
They
Our captain
paused
disease.
it in the. Oh, did they do that during the draft?
We got the admin guy here.
Do we? It doesn't seem like it. Anyways, Slark picked up against the Underlord. I mean, it's like alright against it inside the lane. You can trade with him fairly well, just steal his stats. The damage reduction doesn't feel awful. I feel like the Underlord just wins this earlier on, though.
Yeah, I think the like mid game is pretty nice. Like once you get your like Echo Saber, then it
Yeah.
can be okay. But like yeah, the lane I honestly like don't even think is good for Slark.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at Slark and I think, okay, he's very good at like these tanky heroes. Like, I feel like he's awesome against like Tidehunter and shit. But against somebody like Underlord, who's got Firestorm and all the extra damage from the aura he just owns with. This here's like way too busted. Like the fact that Firestorm does percent-based damage and that percent base goes through BKB, and the fact that his aura just goes through BKB is all fucking ridiculous. He just feels invincible in this patch.
Yeah, yeah. I think the auras are the big problem with his heroes. It's just like the poster boy for bitch made aura buying heroes.
There's a reason why most teams are.
Poster boy for being bitch made, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a reason
exactly.
why most teams are just first base banning Underlord. I know my team first base bans Underlord. A lot of teams do. This hero is not very fun and interactive at all.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. They're mind flayed. They banned up Medusa, which is, the most busted hero according to our logical Dota. And then Alchemist second, who just fucking owned them, so they got to let Underlord through.
That's
I
one of those
mean,
things. Those might be the three best heroes of the patch, though. I mean, like Alk, Dusa, Underlord might just be the top 3 heroes. They're all really good.
Think it was smart for them to pick the Coddle instead of the Underlord themselves, or do you think they were just too worried about like an instant Rubik response?
yeah, I think. Oh, sorry. If anything, they could maybe take a Rubik on 5, but then I honestly think this is probably worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
I
this
think
is like worst case scenario.
no. Oh, did I say this is worse? No, I think if they took Rubik, then it would have still been weird. They do have a Rubik player actually. The guy's good at Rubik, so maybe they could have done that. But you can't just like take the Underlord on 5, I think, and then give them even like a Rubik. Now Rubik Coddle would probably be weak, but then just like give them Rubik into Underlord. I think it's really hard to play.
Rubik Coddle's like incredibly squishy support duo as well.
Yeah, but the heroes are just really good together. But yeah, I don't think it would be. I don't think that would have been wise. To go, yeah.
Wait, did Patience change his name between games?
Couldn't tell you. I've got him nicknamed on his team.
He was like Bombach Flava game 1, and now he's Weaponized Stupidity.
Yeah, he is. He did change his name.
I don't know what happened in the game to make him Weaponized Stupidity, but I'm sure it involved something in game 1.
That's rough. I don't
Usually,
know.
I
If
would
you
blame
lose a
Yeti,
game
but
and then change your name to Weaponized Stupidity, I feel like it's not a sign of being mentally stable. Not a sign of being cool, calm, and collected. You feel me?
It's one of those
Right.
things where this team is a very particular vibe. Certainly a friend stack. They're all being if one of them's not being cool, calm, collected, they're all five together, unified, and not being cool, calm, and collected.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's their 3-4-5 on Dire. Like I think the Magnus could go mid because it's like a Mr. Lens thing. I know he has a lot of games with it, but I think that's just I think that's just their 3-4-5. You can probably
Mm.
pick a. I guess you kind of already have your safe lane. You could pick like a Undying. Alright, Elder Titan. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess Coddle's going 5 always.
Mm. Do you feel like Elder Titan is stronger in this patch,
Yeah, because
or is it just like the auras thing
you can send the guy through
across
the
the map? Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, he channels into it
Yeah.
himself?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's wacky.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe they fixed that actually.
I was testing the thing. Like, apparently, when you're rooted, uh, you can't channel it, but if you get rooted while you're channeling, you just go through.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's how it works with the Underlord ult also.
Yeah, so it works like that with like Dream Coil, with Pit of Malice, and with Frostbite. Like, regardless of what type of root slash leash it is, it just works that way with all of them. But we're off topic here. They pick up Void Spirit and then Monkey King afterwards. I think that so the Rubik's going to be easy to jump on the backline for the Void Spirit, but outside of that, the Void Spirit doesn't seem like an amazing pick to me here.
It's really hard to play against Underlord. I think it's like a Void Spirit's probably is one of the better mid heroes right now. And it's pretty safe to pick because there isn't really anything that destroys this hero except for like
Hmm.
Huskar.
Is it just the fact that he's a universal hero now, or is it like
Yeah.
changing around his ultimate? And
Yeah, you said this for techies, but I think it was a little bit false, but I didn't feel like correcting you first thing you said in the stream. But when you
uh,
said that these heroes that got
thank
changed to
you.
Universal got their stats lowered, you said techies was the only one that didn't, but I think Void Spirit is the one that I heard most people talking about because he also did not get his stats lowered. So you have like some insane base damages early on. You have like 66 base damage at level 1, which is like completely unreasonable.
Yeah, well, like I said, I didn't go all the way through the patch net, so I didn't see his stats reduced. I
It's
just
all good.
assumed.
So yeah, this
I
hero ends up
made it up.
scaling really well. As a universal hero, you get Echo Saber, you get Deso, you do far more damage than was reasonable.
Uh, I I think that it's amazing because you just like previously on a hero like Void Spirit, you would build kind of whatever you needed for a situation. Now you can build whatever you need and still get damage, which is very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a lot of utility for the items that you want to build. Like a lot of the time, you'd be building intelligence-based items anyways, but now like even when you go like Kaya Sanj, you get I think more damage. Yeah, more damage overall than you did before off of that and a couple other things, which is pretty nice. You can even build up like kind of tanky, get like a Heaven's Halberd in some situations, and all of a sudden you still continue to have damage.
Yeah. Could see him get a Manta this game. I've seen that before. One way to get out of
Manta,
route. Yeah, you get a lot of stats.
to get out of the Underlord's route this game,
Yeah.
that's wacky. That's a little bit too wacky for me.
People were like trying to buy it a lot, but they're like they would like
This
third or
sounds like
fourth
some
item.
Henry Puck Manta style shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like a universal here, so it's more normal. Unlike Windrunner and Void Spirit, people would like try to buy Manta a lot, and then they'd be like, "Shit, I really need fucking this item," and then they would like unqueue the Manta and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Manta dodge some RPs.
Mhm.
Channel your inner Artor, but yeah, this is potentially the last pick of Make Bloosher Great Again's tournament lines. What should they go for, Logic?
An off-lane hero probably. Huh. Oh god, I hope they don't pick Fascinate. Look at that pool.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're the
20
drafter here. You've
seconds.
got 20 seconds left to like pick these heroes here, logical. I'm gonna be honest, your team's not looking good. This slow decision making.
You say that,
Uh,
but they're literally in winners right
something
now.
to lean against Monkey probably. So
This,
like
yeah, this is a elimination game, so obviously logical knows better.
Dawnbreaker. Okay, Death
That's
Prophet. Oh, I mean,
both girls.
right. It starts with D.
Yeah, that's true.
This is an interesting pick. I don't think this hero is that good this patch, but I don't know why it got worse. I just don't really see people picking it. It's it doesn't really go well with their heroes, and I don't think it's particularly good against Dire's heroes. But the like playstyle is still the same. This hero got changed actually. Surely something got changed about this hero.
I mentioned it game
Not
number
much.
1. It is the old lads classic. It's Muerta, but this time not played by Karan. It'll be played by Ultra Gunner.
The fear
Really?
duration was decreased.
That doesn't really matter.
Well, that and then they changed like the 20 talents around, and that's it. I've got like my patch notes open now.
Thank you. Wow, that's important. Yeah, actually, I remember now. I played a game of DP. That was the one game I lost in my calibration when I actually got to play mid.
I would assume that the hero would be better and not worse than before, given that all the stuns in the game are nerfed, and stuns were how you countered this hero before she could off more spirit siphons. But yeah, I don't know.
No, I think a lot of it's like okay aura buyer, but like a lot of the ways that fights are, is like you kind of like you never really hard commit, right? You just like you go in and you like poke them a bit, and then you like walk backwards and stay at a safe distance. And I think DP doesn't like that because you can like you go beta spirit siphon and then walk out of range, and then she's annoyed.
You bait the exorcism, and then you get away, and then you come back with no exorcism.
Yeah, you can even fight into exorcism if you just like stay at arm's length.
We have our
Right.
finished drafts. So if you guys had to favor one team or the other, where are you looking, guys?
Then Radiant's gonna win because either I'm right or I get out of here sooner.
Jesus, you hate his company. You hate my company that much, so you just want to get out of here
It's
sooner.
Neph. It's Neph. I'm sorry. It's not even the game. It's Neph.
Yeah, that guy had to sit beside me at dinner. He like intentionally fucked up my drink. Like
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot about that picture. Actually, that's so
I'm never gonna forget.
funny. Did I retweet this? Yeah.
Yeah, he just drove God his ass.
Yeah, I remember I posted it. Oh my god. Neph, you know what we're talking, or Badger, you know what we're talking about?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I saw a number of shenanigans posted with you guys at the major, so I can imagine it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah. Okay, I'll send that.
He just poured my beer like straight into the glass.
Oh, wow. Well, on that note, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of the Losers Quarterfinals team. Make Bloosher great again on the Radiant side, and your nightmares over on the Dire side. Your nightmare is over. Gave quite the nightmares to the Radiant in a game 1 drubbing. But with their tournament lives on the line, they want to bring it to game number 3. The winner take all game in this Badger. I'm joined by Neph and Logical. We're about to be a fight in the Radiant jungle. Monkey King. Never mind, he saw some heroes, so it turns out nobody. Okay, I'll walk in, walk out, put the high five, and walk away.
They have ET. This radio lineup is pretty strong level 1. I think. What's up? You
I
said?
was just thinking of ET. You know what happened to ET the caster? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, we've been talking.
Oh, nice. I hope he's continuing to live the dream. Plus 70 damage. This is big. This could be the game changer.
How did he not get that much damage?
I think
He
only
hit
hit
one
one
hero.
guy.
That's what that means.
There's like 5 guys there, and he hit one.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Sometimes you just don't hit spirits.
He'd use the spirit to give vision.
That's
Of
what they used to
Billboard.
do back in the day. Back when it gave more vision than it currently does.
I remember the legendary Curtis Ling, aka AUI2K, playing ET doing exactly that. Those were good times.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm watching his hero now. Is he gonna send it to the portal?
I don't think he is. This guy
No.
looks like a boring ET player when we do it with you.
What can you do?
He could do it right now. Spawn. I'm surprised he's not actually. He could. He's good at ET though. It's like his Siggy. I'm pretty sure.
He's Platinum ET, and again, I guarantee you most players in Dota have like 2 games on ET max.
I really like this hero. When I started casting like Chinese games more, they were picking it a lot. Just to like stall things out and combo it with like Phoenix and shit. Like it is a very solid hero.
Well, let's see
It's
it.
amazing at turning team fights, but wait, you were there when I started casting Chinese Dota more logical.
Yeah. When you like, you mean like I was there for that one series, or you mean
Perfect
I
World
was
League Season 3.
Yeah, Team Magma versus I don't
Yes.
remember. Yeah, I was there. Also, I remember you were just like awake at like insane person hours.
Yeah, those were the days.
That hasn't
The good
changed.
old days.
That's true, actually. That hasn't changed.
I am still awake at insane person hours. But let's get back to topic on this insane person game. Am I right, fellas?
Good segue. Good segue.
It was all right.
I liked it.
The Void Spirit versus Monkey King in the mid lane, and it's
Is he gonna commit on the monkey? No, he's not. I thought he might try to trade. We got 2 points of Jingu Mastery, but the Fairy Fire. I guess he didn't want to trade with that. I think he would have lost that to Rice Boy underneath the tower, anyways.
I just looked at the image. Logical. That's cursed. That's unholy. That's not okay.
so funny.
It's not okay, logical.
It's I've never seen Austin play Muerta, to be honest, but aside from that, I think this game looks pretty good for Dyer already. This it's gonna be hard for this Void Spirit to play because he's into like one of like 3 matchups that are like hard to play for this hero. And what's up? Bottom lane they got Underlord. That guy's gonna Underlord all over them.
We can somehow like have Karan of a good lane. Let's get him a couple kills in this lane. Maybe he can snowball. But top lane, Ultra Gunner caught out alone while Reed was just pulling. I guess I did not expect that. I was caught off guard as he died there.
Yeah. Almost as much as he did, but yeah, he ends up getting melted there. Before he has really any items, he's just coming back to the lane with 1 tango as well. He can potentially punish this. They just run in him and harass him.
Perhaps we may see Rubik die here. Pounce forward by Karan, but I don't think it'll be quite enough damage. I think 3 or 4 more hits, and well, maybe they get the 3 or 4 more hits. Sauce jukes in the trees. If they can get the vision, they'll kill him. Pounce still on cooldown, but the blinding light brings him on down. Nice little happy 100 base damage ability, and that'll be second kill now for make Bloosher great again.
Because both lanes are playing so aggressive, it's allowing the Monkey King to just play underneath the mid tower and harass Rice Boy here. He's having a very rough time on his Void Spirit this game.
Ooh, top lane. Reed grabs the kill there on Bunyan with an ET dead, and again, he wanted the man fight with Pistia, but simply a lack of vitality on that ET. You were saying before that, Neph?
I think he's just gonna go for the stun here. Try to heal up to full.
Rice Boy
Yeah,
is
just
like...
harass off.
Okay, there's a bottle.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, he's in danger of not being alive pretty soon. There's no way oh, there's a remnant in. He's a fairy fire, but doesn't use it in time! Mr. Lens punishing the mistake from Rice Boy and gets an Arjingu stack. Now this mid lane is... It already was a bit of a win, but now it's an absolute slaughter.
Yeah, he had the Fairy Fire. He's trying to get bottles also because he just got his bottle refilled. But press bottle. I think you probably pressed Fairy Fire after, and it didn't go off because he's like getting hit at a specific time.
Yeah, it's back up to full now. But yeah, I was mentioning that the Monkey King's just like underneath the tower and not getting punished for it because both lanes are, or all the lanes are just playing so aggressive, kind of lost in their own world. Like, you would have loved it if someone could just TP and assist, but I guess it's a little bit difficult when your supports are Keeper of the Light and Elder Titan. Neither are that good at rotating and punishing, like, you being dove underneath the tower.
Yeah. Oh, he's doing it now. He's doing it now. Look. He's sending it through the portal.
Yeah, nice.
It didn't happen.
Yeah,
Well, instead of getting through the portal, he's now in the dire tower range. Problem is Radiant Tithe anyways. Both Ultra and Bunions are quite injured, and at this point, you pass over those tangos.
He's doing it this time. He's doing it this time.
I'm watching the spirit. I'm watching the spirit. I'm full spirit watching. It goes bottom. All the way. How many camps does this hits? Did it miss a small camp, right?
Yeah.
But he's diving top right now. I think he actually may have been skewered by Reed once again.
Hit the monkey.
Ultra's just dead, actually. The remnant, the astral spirit will arrive now, but again, it's simply Pistia. Oh no! The neutral creep deny from Ultra. Pistia won that kill, and he will not get over to mid lane. Meanwhile, Mr. Lens is diving 1v3 on the Radiant T1 tower. I don't think he wins that fight. With the remnant into the right clicks, Rice Boy secures the kill. That's 3 kills now for Bloosher, once again in the kill lead, and there's a tip flying from this. Fun times at tips.
Kind of an important feed from Mr. Lens. Gets Rice with a 6-minute rune and his level 6, so he's like kind of has a game now. Can even look to like TP top, kill Ultra before he has his TP off cooldown. Most likely though, because Rice was a mid player, he's gonna try to kill this monkey.
That is fair. I mean, this he's got plenty of time before the DD is activated, I think. But you can think about it. You can be patient. No pun intended.
I mean, if he has +1 hero,
Wait,
then okay.
Wait, how do patients end up here? You get lifted up there, but I had to have been, yeah. It's on the high ground, bottom lane.
With any one TP, Mr. Lens dies extremely easily. What?
Well, step in, Remnant hits, he's
Okay.
under the tower! Mr. Lens tries to Jingu lifesteal. Rice Boy's out of spells! Everyone's
He's-
alive, everyone's happy. Correction, everyone's upset right now. Is the next T from Mr. Lens.
Even especially the viewers. The viewers are the biggest losers in this engagement.
It hurt me to watch how Mr. Lens played that, but he got away with it, so it was good.
I don't know if you watched what just happened in the
Yeah,
top
it's
tower.
unfortunate
Tried to skewer
skewer.
buying onions up, but he's gonna put him to sleep for 2 seconds. I don't think it's gonna give Keeper the light time to close the gap, get the.
You can blast him away at this point, but he wants to blast him forward. He's got a lot more move speed. He'll go for the forward blast into Rice Boy's kill. The DD's still active. That's feeding your mid laner right there. At this point, look at Ultra. He used to say, you know what? I don't want to be here. I want out. Get me out of his lane. He almost twin gated bottom.
Yeah. You know what's really funny that I just noticed? Because I didn't read the patch notes. The Spirit Form ability says that it grants the Blinding Light ability.
Yeah.
Fucking garbage ass game.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I went to ETs, but yeah, that's definitely incorrect tooltip. Over to mid lane, Lens will not grab the Invis rune. It'll go to Rice Boy. Remnant hits. Skier will be there on the ET under the T1 tower, but it will certainly be a dead MK. It may even be more. It's currently a 3v2. Dire Sups are here. In comes the Underlord from a long range, but it's already 2 kills for the Void Spirit. Giesel doesn't have pit skilled. He's gonna channel that one right back to the bottom with that Fiend's Gate. But again, that's 2 more kills for Rice Boy. He's in a fantastic spot right now.
Yeah. Void Spirit just has a very good game now. He's like higher net than the monkey, and he's kind of got heroes to kill. The Underlord doesn't have that stellar of a game, surprisingly enough. Although he has shut down the Slark a good bit.
Well, top lane, Pishka goes for another dive. This time he might get punished, and he can't heal up the siphons fast enough. Good rotation from Empyrean Eagles, Mr. Lens.
Well, nice find. Rice Boy's trying to put pressure in on this mid tower. Now diving the main is. He's not going to be able to. Actually, maybe he does find this kill. Man's pretty low already, and he still has another Astral Step and a Aether Remnant.
It's under a
He's
tier
just
2
dead.
now, but yeah, it matters not. Rice Boy says, you know what, I don't care about T1 towers. I don't care about tier 2 towers. I'm Rice Boy, I'm diving. I don't believe he dies here. Or maybe he does die here. There's 2 rotations. Lift. Remnant went on the Monkey King. He's got a stun in 17, but he wants to
He's got
run down the
Astral
Void
Step now.
Spirit. With the 1 step away, Rice Boy will get away. But over the top lane, and meanwhile, they noticed Ultra Gun was alone. They 3v1 to bring down the Muerta, but the trade will be for that middle T1 tower. We're not done yet. It's minute 10 rune time. Both sups are here, so both mid laners likely to be sad. Yeah, both mid laners officially sad. Once Reed skewers in here, the fight will be over, and he wants to skewer in here, actually. Wait a minute. Sauce is still backing him up, but yeah, Bunyan's a little bit too fast. The fight will be over for now.
How do you feel about this Elder Titan skill build? Logical?
Is it 1-3-1?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that good, but it's got phase boots queued, so I kind of understand. Because, I understand what his
Dispels
idea is.
bottom lane by the Radiant. Astral Remnant missed. Pounce missed. They'll eventually kill him, but a little bit of an embarrassing affair, and it's buying time for the Dire to rendezvous with their Underlord. He'll tempt the Fiend's Gate. It gets cancelled, and they'll bring him down. So eventually they kill the Underlord. The rotation was not there in time, nor do they want to dive that tier 2 tower, so that's a nice kill there. A bit of a split bounty, but again, a viable kill to get. Over to top lane towers. Over to mid lane, they go in on Bunions. Bunions, well, he'll lose his life. Teammates aren't there in time to back him up nor avenge him, so... big trade across the map. I believe Radiant are happy with it, though.
I like that play by Void Spirit to kill the Underlord. Activates his Slark a little bit. He's still really poor, actually, though. Holy. 12-minute Echo Saber. It's all good though. I think Slark definitely carries this game eventually.
I don't think he's finished yet. It's not even finished yet.
Yeah.
They're both like a 13-minute Echo Saber, maybe like a 14-minute Echo Saber.
If he doesn't die, then I think he will be fine. He can like avoid. Honestly, even now that he's lost the tower, he's gonna make more money because the wave's gonna push in.
At the point now where Dire have killed 2 towers, Radiant have killed 1, but they've got Exo again on DP in 76, so when that comes up, I'm sure they'll have their eyes in that mid 2-1 tower. It's, you don't even need Exo for that one. It's already quite injured.
Yeah, Resboy's been trying to put the pressure on that tower. He's got a haste now. I thought he'd move into the enemy team jug with that, but instead he's going to go clearing out these stacks. He probably wants to finish up his own Zikr Saber that he's working on.
Yeah.
It is.
He used both jumps for it though. Doesn't feel the best.
How quickly do you build Harpoon? Is this like an item that you build right away, or is this something that you wait a while before finishing?
It's like later on. It also depends a lot on the game. I think it's not amazing this game, but it's okay. So you might see like Echo Saber, Deso, BKB, Harpoon.
They try to go into Slark, but manages to get away. Pounces it off, so build rotation there by the Dire.
A little bit of ankle breaking there for Karan. Got the D ward and dodge spells on the way out, so this good play there on Slark. The Slark is still fairly poor, but luckily for him, he's less poor than Muerta. Look at Muerta, 6th in net worth. A far cry from the #1 Ultra ad last game this time.
I don't love this diffusal pickup on, or not pickup, but I don't like that he's queued up. Oh, what a stomp mid.
And they're waiting for the right opportunity with the stomp. It's a lot harder. The Exo is still active, so this tower is certainly going to die whether it's by the Radiant Hand or the Dire's Deny. Step in, simulate away, use again, stomp on Mr. Lens. Tower is 106 HP. Pishja hits it, but it's denied by Diesel. If they can kill him, it's worth it, but it's a 3-man balance strike into a 4-man RP! The Wombo combo, Pishja dead, Patience dead, Karan arrives, he wants the kill on Monkey King. Shadow Dance is activated to 3-man snap from Bunions, but again, where's your damage? It's simply not here. Shockwave, bring Bunions into the Fate Bolt damage, double kill for the Rubik, 3 kills for your nightmare is over. And sure, they lost their tower, but they denied it and got 3 kills for it. A major win. And if they get Slark, they'll get more. Dark Pack activated Pounce as well. They go in on a Void Spirit, but at this point, Rice Boy lacks the spells. He'll simulate the dodge, going in for Reed's Magnus, but he has overextended. I believe he dies here eventually. Coddle arrives to save him actually with the cooldown reduction. And now, Mr. Lens is diving all the way for Rice Boy. Step is up. Mr. Lens may have overdone it this time. He's officially in a 1v5. His team is on the way. A lifesteal with the Jingu Mastery. And they keep him alive with all the lifesteal. Astral Remnant's a little bit short. Echo Stomp will hit, but again, now you're on the Dire high ground. Good lift from Sauce. Mid-pounce. Finishes off that initiation. Wild fight.
That was a wild series of plays in this plays.
That is lads for you. Beautiful plays and misplays. It's an absolute symphony.
And who better than to break down the music than our analyst Logical, am I right?
Yeah, I was watching that fight from the Void Spirit perspective. And honestly, I'm pretty surprised. That was, of course, a phenomenal skewer RP from Reed. It's like the only reason that fight was even remotely good for Dire.
Oh, the Twin Gates! Twin Gates! I mean, they can go through the Twin Gate, but at this point, you don't necessarily know where he is anymore. He's got a Dark Rift. He's got a Dark Rift. He's fine.
Called him an Uber.
Ultra Gunner phone home.
Dark Rift, Dark Rift. That's the Fiend's Gate. Come on, Badge, get it together.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Avis on Coddle. That's actually interesting. Maybe this Death Prophet hero has honestly not even quietly, has just been owning this game also. Been top net for a large part of it, been taking a bunch of towers. Pavis plus Death Prophet probably is really good. Honestly, you could probably even just like buy your own Pavis.
Didn't he buy this last game on the Coddle?
He did.
Yeah, he did, but just like, it just seems good together. I don't think he bought it specifically for the hero. It's just something that I haven't thought about because I haven't seen that much Death Prophet.
Yeah, it was looked like it was owning last game until like the fights just got super unwinnable.
At this point, what's the X Factor hero for both teams that allows them to make these fights unwinnable one way or the other? Like, what items are looking
Slarky's
at?
an
What heroes
item,
are looking
man.
at?
Slarky's any item.
I think I think Void Spirit is strong right now, and then after like if they can take some good fights where Void Spirit just does infinity damage because the hero is stupid, then Slark's gonna carry the game because it's kind of hard for him to die, and he's just gonna like feast off the Underlord and the like Magnus and these melee heroes on Dire. For Dire though, I think that probably Mr. Lens just has to carry this game, to be honest. I think Muerta most likely won't, unless Radiant messes up a lot and the game is over, and then Ultra might do some stuff. Neph?
Hmm?
How you feel about my assessment?
Uh, uh,
Thumbs up, thumbs
splendid
down.
Watson. That's exactly how I would have described it.
There's no way you think you're the Sherlock Holmes in that interaction, Neff. Come on now.
Absolutely. In my mind, I am the protagonist of all situations.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, thank you.
I believe we might have some Echo Saber on Echo Saber action bottom lane, but maybe not. Thought we might see it, but not yet. We're back to our regularly scheduled agriculture. A little more farming. A lot of map to farm. The 2-man smoke from Coddle and DP, but even then, it's not a guaranteed kill.
What do you know about agriculture, Logical?
Like
They,
What's that shit
they
called?
they
We're
caught
talking about
Monkey
monkey
King
farming.
cultivating at this point, but he's still half HP. Reed will skewer. Simply a distraction play to save his team. And, well, maybe it wasn't even needed, but the saving has been done. All's well that ends well. Magnus dead. But Monkey King is alive, so it'll be one kill, but not a core kill for the Radiant side.
Flash and Burn farming, right? Isn't that the name now?
Yeah. Slash
Yeah,
and burn.
there you
Oh, wait,
There you
Karan
go.
solo kills Ultra Gunner! Double kill for Karan. And that is
That's what
last
only needed
season's
us.
number one
I
rated
tried to tell
carry
you
brought down by
guys, just
Karan.
one item. He's got the diffusal
Yeah.
blade now, a real item. He's ready to play.
Yeah, and that's better than me, actually. Yeah, he's literally, he just got that diffusal blade, and all of a sudden he solo kills enemy carry, he's top one net, he's actually just gonna carry the game now. All it took was this diffusal one item. I thought it was gonna take a lot more. I thought this guy should go Ags, and then after that, he's gonna have some HP to take longer fights, and then they're gonna win a longer fight, and then he's gonna like, buy
Shockwave
Scotty or
skewer
something.
on DP, but
No.
DP
That's exactly
is
where DP wants to be.
unkillable. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, you're trying so hard.
Alright,
Wait, there's
never
enough
mind.
damage. Guardian Greaves heal up a little bit, but no! Mr. Lens ulti is enough. The trade will be there for Rubik, who died alone bottom lane to Karan, but that is not a good trade. You use the Exo, you lose a DP, you get support in exchange. Sure, there's one stack for Slark, but this fight's not even over yet. Dire, never mind, they will not find anything. They're still chasing, but there's nothing to find at this point, unless they go completely blind to the Radiant Jungle. Oh, they will! It's Reed with the absolute blind catch! No vision required. Apparently, Mr. Lens gets his Jingu. RP's pump fake, not used, now used onto. But it's a sap in by Riceboy to bring down the Magnus. Mr. Lens looks to turn, getting a trade on Bunyan. Slark is half HP. Diesel is a little bit low on mana, but he finds a jump onto Riceboy. He'll assimilate, but right into the pit of malice. Riceboy has one step, gets away to the southeast, but Dire see him on the day vision. They know they want the Void Spirit kill. He's feared away. In comes Monkey. He has a downless strike in 2 seconds. Assimilate has been used. Silence on Monkey. In comes the spells once again, perhaps, if he can get it off the 2-man downless strike. He man fights with the Slark. Slark has a Shadow Dance. Pitch is dropping low once again. Mr. Lens dies. There's no trade yet. Instead, there's more. It's 2 cores down. Ultra joins us mid in the grave, and now it's a 3rd core on the run. He returns to the Dire Tri-Camp high ground. Pitcher walks forward, still has one more siphon. Sauce will steal the siphons, but in comes Karan, in comes Riceboy, down goes the Pit Lord, down goes the Rubik, an absolute rout. More kills for Slark, more gold for the Radiant side, and a major win for Make Bloosher great again.
Yeah, this game looks really hard for Dire now. This Slark is just bobbing and weaving, going in and out of fights.
Yeah, they got no hard lockdown for it other than the RP. I mean, you get the instant lift into an RP maybe eventually, but your damage for it isn't great either. They tried to put damage in, like they had the Orb of Corrosion and this destruction on the Monkey King. Like this DP died a lot faster than how I thought, but they're not blowing up the Slark anymore. It doesn't look like they have the coordination for it.
A little bit of an interesting dance of abilities mid lane. Rice Boy tried to go on Lens, Lens tried to go on Rice Boy. They both missed because of it. It's a DD active on Void Spirit, but it seemed like it's a step away from the dire side.
There's also a super sick Death Stare out of the middle of that last fight that I forgot to highlight.
Save the ET? Yeah, that was, honestly, I didn't expect, I would have just let my ET die, to be honest.
That fight went on so long, I wanted to talk about that one. That
Step in, another kill for Rice Boy, but he's way under the tower. He's been RP. That'll be the 1-for-1 trade, and if it stands a 1-for-1, it's a dire side win. Sure, you committed RP, but you killed Rice Boy. You gave Ultra a massive streak.
Yeah, you know what we call that in the industry?
What do you call
It's that rice farming.
it? Nice.
Agriculture.
We're circling back. We're circling back.
They used all their abilities on Dire. Honestly, I'm surprised that Radiant's not trying to take a more aggressive fight, even without the Void Spirit. They like Muerta ulted, they used Monkey King ult, they used RP. I guess you can just wait for your Void Spirit to respawn and then run it back. Alright, he's going Harpoon straight up now on Monkey King. Just Echo Saber disassemble into BKB into Harpoon. I'm not a fan.
I really like Harpoon on Magus, but he's just going first item Aghanim Scepter instead.
Yeah, I think it's worse actually. I think Harpoon is just a better Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
Go ahead. You're gonna go off on it. I want to hear all your Harpoon facts. Come on.
oh no, actually, I was gonna say I think I like that you highlighted the Orbit Destruction on Monkey because I think that is the only thing that's even making his build look good right now. I think if you get this item on Monkey, your game is so much better.
I didn't know this was a tier 2 neutral item. That's fucking insane.
They nerfed it a tiny bit, but it's still crazy. It's still, yeah, it's a tier neutral item. It's
Brought
incredible.
back from the vault, you know. It's like, you know what? You know what we need in Dota? Orbit Destruction. It's back.
Yeah. That, along with the Orbit Corrosion, is actually so sick on Monkey King. It's like all the parts of Monkey King they nerfed, like with the Stone Soldiers and shit. All of a sudden, he just has it again with these two items. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone's just insanely slow, taking gazillion damage because you reduce everyone's armor by, what's this, 6? Yeah, unserious.
Yeah.
We have a pause counter yet? We're at, what, like 6 pauses now? 7 pauses? I don't even know anymore.
Who knows? It could be any amount. I wanted to do like a Philosopher's Stone count real quick, but it looks like we only have one this game, the Underlord.
Oh, that's not the hero we'll expect it to be on.
Yeah, I saw so many of these at the major. Like, you just see 3 on one team pretty often. And it is pretty good because like one of the only neutral items that you'll continue to use in the late game, and like the more you have, the better. You just swap into the inventory every time you die. Like there's downtime on the map. You're not taking fights, which is, a bit more often now. The map is a little bit bigger. It's easier to tell when you're going to be in a skirmish or not. I feel at the moment.
Maybe Radiant Dovin as an option in this game. That's one of those things where I like to see both teams get the exact same 5 neutrals every tier. That way, you see, like, you don't see the situation where it's like, oh, one team has a bunch of Philistines and the other team doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works now, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm making sure that I wasn't like complaining. I mean, in terms of like both teams get different items to choose from, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was like 95% sure it worked that way, but I figured you guys would know better than I would. I think it'd be better if both teams had the exact same. I think there's sometimes like a Philistone that are just so universally applicable. It's not really fair if one team gets it and the other team doesn't. You know, back when remember they had Royal Jelly, and one team got it and the other team didn't. Or the Mango Tree. Those are bad times.
I missed the Mango Tree. The name was bullshit, but I miss it.
Of the bullshit neutrals, Mango Tree is definitely the one I have the most nostalgia for. I mean, it's just a happy little tree. Like, how could you not like it?
Yeah.
I remember I like the mango tree because I'd play Tinker and then I'd put it in the trees and then I'd just have a perma ward in the trees the whole game.
You would play Tinker.
Yeah. And then team would be like, "Where the fuck is the mango tree?" And then I'd ping it, and they'd be like,
And
"Why
they
isn't
wouldn't
it
be
in
able to see the
base?"
vision on the map because they were like
Yeah.
carry players. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, but I don't know, they couldn't think back then. 6A players, and then yeah, I'd just ping the trees, and then they'd be like, "That's too far," and so then I'd get mangoes for the entire game. But I'm Tinker, so it don't really matter.
So you deliver mangoes to your team, like, "Hey guys, I'm contributing. Here's some mangoes."
No, you don't contribute. You funnel the farm like a true capitalist when you play Tinker.
Yeah, actually, that is what I used to do. You reminded me now. If you like had a stack of mangoes and then you bought a mango, like you had 2 mangoes and you bought another mango, you could sell the items because it counts as your item because you bought it. So you could farm money very slowly off of it.
No, it's not like you're gonna give your teammates the mangoes they need. Nah, I'm gonna go get like 30 gold for doing this.
That's
Fuck the
real
team.
capitalism right there. Like, why help the hungry when you could literally get yourself richer? Like, I don't know
No,
what to
it
tell
was
you.
good because you could sell them for full price, so you get 210. I think. Wait, how often did mangoes drop? Was it one a minute?
Probably.
I don't know.
That sounds right.
This man's a mango farmer. He doesn't even know how they grow.
So
But
you get
again, real
200, you
capitalism
get
right there.
210 gold every 2 minutes. So you get 105 gold per minute. That's really good for a tier 1 neutral item.
Yeah.
The more I
You
hear
have to
logical
be in
do
base.
math, the more like, maybe mango tree wasn't a good idea. It's been abused.
I think they fixed that though towards the end of that item. I think
I'm sure they did.
I remember Wagamama talking about it or some shit. Slark picks up the Aegis with the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah,
Oh,
two alive.
what?
Oh, bottom lane. The remnant
What?
misses. What are you referring to
I
here?
see. I understand what happens. I think he pressed ult to like go back off because he thought that Dire was set up there, and then he saw the Monkey King, and he was like, "Oh shit, they're still set up here. I'm not gonna use my second jump." And then he saw the Monkey King run away. He's like, "Oh, they're not here. I'm gonna jump on him," and then he missed, and the monkey jumped away.
So you're saying you were baffled by Rice Play right now?
Certainly.
Okay,
I mean, no, not really. I understood him, but I was baffled there for a second.
a little bit.
Exactly what I was going to
strongest
say,
motion I've
Watson.
seen from you in years. It's the unfortunate Rice Play interaction there.
Oh no, it's about to be unfortunate. Look at this guy just give up stats right now.
And he has Fiend's Gate.
Yeah.
Never mind, he's fine.
You need to leash him first, right?
What?
Because we were talking about the interaction before.
About?
You just can't run away from the
Interrupting.
start.
Oh, going into the portal. Yep.
Yeah. Come on,
That
keep
was
up,
an interesting
Portugal.
game, man. It's an interesting game sometimes, you know? You leash from first, you're good to go, but if you leash in second, it's like, oh, doesn't cancel the channel.
Well, I don't know if it does for the Fiend's Gate or not. I just know that it does for the Twin Gate.
I'm specifically referring to the Fiend's Gate one in this case, but yeah. That'll
Really?
cancel the TP, right? If you pass something on TP.
Yeah, it'll cancel the TP.
Not that kind of TP, only a real TP.
Yeah.
Speaking,
About
Pounce,
to
top
cancel this
lane
guy's
on
life.
Monkey
Oh,
King, he'll
yeah.
BKB and Steepy. There is no Basher on the Slark quite yet.
Look at all these stats that he has now. It's time for them to go Roshan.
Yeah. That's a nice thing. These abilities that you use that steal stats, like Decay and Silencer W and Pounce, you can just steal off of BKB heroes now, which you didn't used to be able to do.
You know,
So
I'm
my
gonna say
one-
that he's holding the H's. Come on.
I mean, I laughed at it. I didn't want to interrupt
Thank you.
logical.
Thank you to be logical.
I didn't. No, I completely didn't even realize. So yeah, so my 2K friend who I started playing Dota with like 9 years ago or whatever, he plays a lot of Silencer core, and I learned that from him. That you can steal int off BKB heroes now. You can just hit them. You can steal their insta. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
People,
yeah.
okay, people need to treat
You can
Silencer
build up
farmers,
like
man.
Viper strike or poison attacks with Viper on people who are BKB'd now as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Karan's in the hunt again.
Ricky was losing his mind last night. He was playing against a Viper as Lifestealer. And before the matchup like isn't that bad. Now it's fucking awful.
That's 2 more kills, by the way, for the Radiant. Both supports got brought down. That was not fun at all there for Reed and Sauce. That's
Radiant?
it's looking good for Radiant. Yeah, you're saying about it?
Yeah, the game is looking good. I think Radiant needs to kill them though. They're having this problem where they're kind of like grouping a little bit too much. I think they can have like this core trio of ET, Colorado, Death Prophet in the mid lane, but they need to mobilize on their other heroes and get some side lane pickoffs because it's pretty hard for them to just run up high ground. I guess they have some pickoffs right now.
I like to
But,
play that from Bunnies. You see what he did? He pushed bottom lane and Aghanim stepped back to mid lane. That's a great play.
Aghanim Scepter.
Yep.
Oh, Bunions.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, with the shard, yeah.
Or, I mean, sorry. That's on the shard?
Yeah. Where you,
What?
you go to your stomp, yeah.
That's an Aghanim Scepter level upgrade. That's wild.
No. People like often skip it. Also, it's like worse than a blink dagger a lot of the time.
You gotta buy an Aghanim Scepter to do it on TA. You gotta buy an Aghanim Scepter for other heroes, but it's just only a shard on Bunyan? That's wild.
Yeah, it goes to your stomp. You have to stomp still. And yeah, I mean it's like kind of awkward to use. TA also is like spirit range is really big. Don't get me wrong. It's not global though. Like you don't like it kind of takes some time also to get there.
You say that, but I just juxtaposed him going from the bottom T3 tower to almost across the map entirely at
Yeah,
the
because you have
radiant
to use
for
his
the entire
TP
mid
scroll.
tier
Right?
3.
You have to use his TP scroll. You can live that once every 70 seconds.
You get him for free. You just die and you get free TP. It's infinite TPs. Just die now.
Yeah, they got a cooldown though.
Okay, maybe you're up to something there.
PA buys Aghanim Scepter, you just go every, what is it these days, 25? 30?
I don't know what TA Trap's cooldown is. If you don't know it, none of us know.
No, I mean the Ags help
Oh.
Sonic protection is 10 seconds. What?
That's a very small number.
Yeah, it's because it was like supposed to be 30, but then it was 10 for some reason, and then they're just like, okay, well, this is what it does. We'll just intentionally make it that.
Hey, Rice Boy has been RP'd in the dire jungles. If he can get a way to bring the Muerto to safety, and so far it's 1-for-0 core trade in favor of the Dire. Patience is on the run. I thought for a second I see a solo kill from Karan, but instead Lens will harpoon under the tower, going on Coddle and Slark. Wukong's arrives. Reed misses the horn toss to Depth Shroud. Kept Patience alive there. Now, Depth Shroud is committed. But again, you got a lot in exchange for that Depth Shroud. RP is on cooldown. Fiend's Gate is on cooldown, and Underlord might be a little bit of danger out of Fiend's Gate. He's on the run, but Karan is here. He tries to get him away, but at this point, it's not a good day to be Underlord, giving that man a lot of agility. It will be a 1-for-1 Void Spirit for Underlord trade, and assuming he dies here, and I don't. There's no way he lives here, right? There's no way he lives here. Yeah, there's no way.
That's a funny bounce though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They burst the Void Spirit at the start of the fight. I mean, not really, actually. And then they chased, right? And they kind of chased too far.
Mm-hmm.
This game is not trivial for Radiant to win. It's they don't really have a great high ground sieger. Maybe honestly they'll even give the next Aegis to Death Prophet, hit the buildings.
Serious sexism, then just get back up afterwards. I mean, high ground is very hard to take against the Magnus who's gone for the Aghanim Scepter and the Underlord. Like, these heroes are tanky, they're hard to bring down, and they're very good at holding like specific places. Being able to hold them back in the tier 4s thanks to the change to the horn toss is very nice. Or even pull them back into the fountain if they go like a little bit too far.
Yeah, you do have lift also. I will say though,
Yeah.
Kron has been on point with the
Blinding
Death
lights.
Shroud saves.
Yeah. He's been incredibly good with that. I think I've seen like 3 this game that he's just absolutely saved them. So it was a nice save for the call in that last fight. As the monkey tried to pull him back in with the harpoon and get him with the ultimate. So he holds his own shadow dance as well. Like he managed to get out after saving his allies with the Death Shroud. He's very good at taking these team fights. Man's been having a 6 Slark performance, I would say. Especially given how rough his start was. I would say the start really wasn't that good. They built like one item and he started finding these solo pickoffs.
Now's the one good thing is even though he was poor, he was still rich enough to solo kill Muerta because she was that much poorer. So
Yeah, we're all poor when Logical steals our mangoes just to sell them for a loss.
dude, the circling back from Neph today, on point.
I need my timings, bro.
You also farm in the waves and the jungle.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that really was March Tinker. So I would like,
Yeah.
I'd be stealing the
everyone else would
mangoes
just be poor.
with my farming spell to get Ashivas to farm more creeps.
When's the wealth trickling down, Logical? Come on.
I believe we call those capital gains.
Minute 45 when I'm full slotted, you can take my bottle.
I'm 9 slotted.
That's generous. You know, most Tinkers will sell it for the 300 gold.
No, actually, that's cap. You're really not getting my bottle. It's staying in the fucking stash. So when I TP back home, I can swap it in.
Oh, it feels bad for Neph. Truly does. Oh, patience. I believe he is extraordinarily dead. I'm correct. He's extraordinarily dead. He can attempt.
No, he's living actually.
There's no way he's living. Yeah, there's too many cancels.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
But if they get Ultra Gunner bottom lane, wait a minute. They're going on in for the Muerta kill. Sauce will attempt to save. BKB comes out from Ultra Gunner, and in come the Cavalry. Dire want to repel the Radiant bottom. Horn toss, the shockwave hits. Skewer, or not, sorry, pounced away by Karan. We'll find Buttons on the east side of the fight. Both sups are dead. 2 kills go the dire way, and you mentioned this was not a trivial game for the Radiant side. Make Bloosher great again to win, and perhaps it's becoming not just not trivial, but maybe even difficult. I mean, it's only a 6,000 lead. Their lead isn't really growing; it's receding.
Like Neph's hairline.
Oh, there.
Whoa, it wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it was. I just heard the word receding, and it was
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you did just see me in person. I am getting up there in years. Like, I'd say at
I
28,
don't even remember, to be honest.
this kind of hairline in esports is actually pretty good for 28. I mean, have you seen everyone else?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that
say.
is true.
Look at Slacks. Look what Dota did to Slacks. He had a full head of hair, and the stress of Dota made him completely bald. Looking like that One Punch Man guy. Kaltome?
Yeah, the One Punch Man guy, One Punch Man.
Yeah, I love him.
He's an actual name. I don't know his name.
He's the Caped Baldy.
I know that much, but he's an actual name, right?
That's his hero name. It's Caped Baldy.
I know that much, but he's like an actual, like, real name. He's a person, right?
No.
Okay.
He's...
I think you're more familiar with this than I am. I may have gone out of my depth this time.
On the internet.
Neph Sensei? Come on.
I did introduce you as the, I believe, foremost anime expert on this side of Mississippi was the exact set of words I used, so... yeah.
Neph's he just knows a lot of fucking weird shows. That's my take. What
the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You watch literally like AI generated anime. Like it's like that's literally it. You watch like AI generated isekais. That's my take actually. It's like isekai number like 85 with the same plot, literally generated by ChatGPT 5.
Listen, it was generated by ChatGPT 3. Not 3.
Yeah. I don't even think there's a 5. I think it's only 4.
Yeah.
I believe we're at 4, yeah.
That hurt.
Logical's dishing it out tonight. He's on play with the burns. I mean, call this man Chef Ramsay at the rate he's going.
I don't even know why I felt like saying that because I don't even watch anime, so there's like nothing for me to gain. Like last time I don't even remember the last fucking show I watched.
I don't watch anime.
Not really anymore. Not like the
I've
past, like...
seen your personal server, your logical server PFP on Discord. If you don't watch anime, wait a minute.
Ever since we stopped talking as much, he stopped watching as much anime. It's been a weird coincidence.
Coincidence? I'm not sure that's the right word then.
There's nothing to watch these days. They're all bad. I don't know. What's the best show? I mean, they're like some...
Have you heard of AI generated isekai number 467?
Yeah, actually Roughneck told me about it.
I hope Roughneck comes to visit again and me and him can watch Morbius on the TV. That was a good time.
As we talk,
back on topic of the game.
Yeah, a bit of farm across the map, but more importantly, Radiant will grab Roshan, second Roshan of the game. Edith and Cheese both headed likely to Slark.
Monkey King just hops away. They have to realize that they're up to something there. Given that the Monkey King was like on the high ground, he got stomped, and like no one came in to react. And, like they were all very obviously at Roshan there, so they just give that one up. Nothing really gets accomplished on the Dire side. You only have a 1K net worth advantage though. This is kind of swung back in the last couple of minutes.
Why did it? Was it the Torment? I guess the Tormentor and all the farm during Roshan. Yeah, it was just 5K, but that might start swinging a little bit back because mid lane, Mr. One's being gone on. If Karan can get some bashes, and he got a bash, that'll be an easy kill on the Monkey King. Nice little chunk of gold going to Karan and company, and the stand-in is
this guy doesn't have a buyback. And even if he did, his BKB's on cooldown. Like they're gonna walk high ground with this one. It is going to be fairly difficult to defend this.
And they'll say, "Oh, we'll force out buyback." I said, "Wait, where's the buyback?"
He's buying. He's got Shadow Blade on Slark. Holy, that's not a Scotty.
Oh, there we go. They're going on in 4 kill on Rice Boy. The RP is there, and the kill in the middle of his BKB. No cheese, no dissimulators. Ree with a cold-blooded play there, and it's now going to be a 4v4. Bishop has the ulti active, but at this point, he has to be careful, because he doesn't know what we know. He doesn't know Lens doesn't have buyback. If he knew that, he'd stay high ground, but knowing no RP, no monkey, but he doesn't know that.
I don't think they would. I mean, it's still difficult to fight into them. They have a decent amount of disable. If you commit hard onto the mortar, she's just gonna pop her ultimate and be like basically invincible. Like the fact that the Void Spirit went in so hard there, that's got RP'd and killed, kind of ruined their ability to take high ground here. So
Yeah,
committing that RP solo was actually like really smart.
I think that Kron messed up. I think he had the depth shroud up, right? I don't think he used it to kill the monkey, so I think he could have just hopped in and then pressed it to save his Void Spirit.
We almost saw it again, but not this time. Karan a little bit too fast, a little bit too slippery, one might say.
Yeah, the
That was a good one.
horn
Like a
toss. The
fish.
reason it was good
Yeah.
before is because it like the reason it was good at like last TI is because when you got hit by it, you would be stunned while you were in air.
Mhm.
But it doesn't stun you while you're in air, even though it stuns you after you fall down now, like the old horn toss. So Karan gets hit by it, he just pounces out after. It doesn't matter.
I just mid lane again. Reed won it, but Karan too. I love like me and Neph keep exchanging these puns, and then Lada's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore all of that, either accidentally or purposely. Just ignore their dumb puns."
Yeah, then drop some flame onto me afterwards.
I mean,
This guy.
I'm just happy I'm being spared. You know, it's only you that's been taking it this time around. I guess logic
Man,
knows I'm down bad enough that it's like, alright, you can't kick man when he's down.
and
It's
man's
not
got a
true.
bone to pick with me today. It's not true. He will in fact kick you while you're down.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. We are wasting some time to immortality for Karan, by the way. We're already down 30 minutes on that one, so we're at the point now where they might not find this this fight with second Aegis, and that just delays the game further. And yeah, it's more time for Lens to farm, more time for Ultra to farm. It's just farming time.
Yeah, so they managed to bring back their lead a little bit. You probably want to at least box me to the base, take this last outer tower the next minute and a half while you have the rest of this Aegis, I feel. He's hunting on Slug.
He's under. Oh, there we go. He'll go on the other Titan instead. Both teams are on the rendezvous. Will be fighting the dire tier 2 tower. RP and Pounce both committed. Mag is dead, but it could be a trade. Karan gets stepped out off in time. Rice Boy will dodge the abilities, and now it's Pitchgift. At this point, running lane at the Hex. Dire have committed a lot and they've got nothing so far. Pitch is still active. Still has Garter gives ready to go. Karan wants a new initiation. Bash will be there on the DP. Look at Karan. He's waiting for the angle. Pitch dies. They actually managed to kill the DP. Wasn't tanking it up this time around. It's currently going to be that 1-for-1 with the Mag buying back. It could go the Dire's direction. Rice Blade brings down Sauce, but now he's caught in the pit of malice into the two-man horn toss. Bunions tries to find an angle, but Rice Blade is already dead. It's 3 on the run. Coddle and Sark are fine. ET likely will not be harpooned in by Lens, and at this point he'll be harvested. Sure, you lost a buyback on Mag. You get 3 kills in exchange, including 2 core kills. That's a win there, and our Aegis window is officially over. That'll expire unused, high ground untaken.
Yeah. Their gold lead's dwindling also. It's top 2 net is now on the side of Dire. It's pretty hard for Radiant to win now. I mean, Slark can always win these late games, but Smoratza fucking hurts. Especially because Ultra went for these like greedy damage items early on. Like,
Too much damage in the last team fight.
I don't know.
Yeah, like 8,600.
Yeah, this hero does really just like shit out damage.
Yeah.
Especially as the game goes later on. Went treads into Mjolnir, which I honestly don't think is an amazing build, but it like might be higher game impact than Karan's build from last game because he his like game still wasn't good for a while, but he was able to farm and he was at least like a threat to do damage if there was a fight in just like a heavenly position.
He was thinking about going bottom lane on Diesel, but I believe like 3 or 4 heroes were missing there, so they didn't want to die there on Slark. I mean, one unopportune death there from Clark in this game is broken wide open, so it's good play there from. They almost got killed with the Tormentor there. You see that? Voice Spirit and Slark both were not healthy from that Tormentor kill, but it will be. That's actually an important shard for DP. Extra Siphon, and more importantly, the Fear. We're seeing, again, Pishti in these fights is actually dying, which historically you do not expect from a core DP, but it has happened today.
It's a Morta thing. Honestly, I guess he has a pipe actually. Yeah, I don't know. It is Morta thing still. It's hard to play.
Guess there's no Vanguard. I mean, you're a range hero, I guess. Yeah, it makes a little bit of sense. But we top lane Bunions. He's way in there, and he'll get. I mean, there's no doubt he dies here, barring an absolute walk-away miracle. But again, Shadow Blade on cooldown. Echo Stomp not available because he's just being stunned. And now they want Rice Boy. RP is dodged by Dissimulate. Elder Titan buys back into the game. Karan will pounce forward, looking for a Monkey King. In comes the Wukong. Step in by Rice Boy, going for the backline, silencing. No, actually just going in anyways. He'll have the cheese available if he can get it off in time. He'll Dissimulate, but Karan dies in the middle of that dire wombo combo on the floor, the Pit of Malice, and that Wukong's command. And at this point, Slark is dead with no buyback. The Exo is still active, but you need to run on Pistra. He's again inside that Pit of Malice. He's hexed. He's gonna get run on down eventually. Riceblade might try to turn here with a two-man step into some more damage, but again, it's only Diesel dead into the Bunyan's ulti. Wait a minute, they're turning it around right now. Mr. Lance is trying to lifesteal, but he's dead. He can't turn. No Slark needed, apparently. Way too much damage. That natural order coming in handy. In come the tips. Big play from Bunions. And once again, it's make Bloosher ready and showing huge signs of life.
Yeah, that's what the ET's been playing for this entire game with his phase boot tags mom build. Finally coming in clutch. It's this guy's definitely a fourth core.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it did game. They kind of baited themselves in that situation. That's one of the worst places you could like chase a Death Prophet is like around in the trees in these narrow passageways and shit. It was just impossible to actually bring her down there. She ended up doing like 6k damage. We're all grouped up with the Void Spirit and the Elder Titan who both did 6k damage as well. So you're winning a team fight. You did the one thing of don't chase the Death Prophet in the trees. I feel like you really deserve that to happen to you.
Yeah. And there's A-click in the buildings now. I guess the Void Spirit does a shit ton of damage with Deso.
Yeah.
Between the Void Spirit, Deso, the ET damage, I mean, it's a lot. But the range backs are not going to be taken. They're going to go for another set of racks top. And again, step in, looking for Sauce. Sauce tried to lift himself, but Rice Boy was a little bit too fast and a little bit too furious. We return. The building's dying. Rubik has buyback, as does Muerta. They'll certainly wait for Muerta to respawn. Perhaps they'll buy back the Sauce Rubik, but by the time that happens, it'll be, at the very least, top racks fully taken, and then middle racks taken middle lane. You have an option of turning back on in once again or backing off. I think both have arguments, but back off will be the play. Back towards that dire jungle. Oh, wait, they're smoking. They're doubling back. They're doubling back, boyos. This could be the game. There's some big opportunities going on right now.
Oh no, it's Ultra Gunner in front. I mean, if you blow up Ultra Gunner, you win right there, but looks like someone called it off.
They're thinking, with that smoke, the only smoke you do there is if you're doubling back. Again, they're still looking for that angle. But the initiators are not quite in front. It's the warder in front. I believe Ultra, yeah, they see Ultra. They know Muerta's there. They want to go. They're running rapidly. The smoke ends right now, but Ultra, they know he's nearby. Reed backs him up, and his team is nowhere near him. He's in this. Is there detection? Is there detection? It's a BKB. They see him. The Fiend's Gate will have to TP. Is there a cancel? Yes, there is! From Bunions, Ultra is stranded! And he's gonna die. He does have buyback. You know, Karan has been RP'd. Can he get anything off in time? Yes, he can! Just in time! The team has saved him! 3 dead, 2 lack buyback, Magnus down, 4 dead! It's only a Rubik buyback. There are no G's in the chat right now. We might not see it for another whole minute, but this game is over. It's absolutely over, and we're headed to game number 3 very soon.
Yeah, if the throne isn't done, the mental on the side of the Dire is. I mean, that one was rough. Losing your word to have it. The TP interrupted with, like, I think 0.2 seconds left or something like that. It was...
They'll attempt to defend, but this is one of the most futile things I've seen since Pickett's charge. Hex on Underlord. They'll run him down all the way to Fountain. No escape, no mercy, simply death. He'll buy back, but again, there is no defending. You're playing 2v5. You lack your Magnus, you lack your MK, you lack your Muerta, and you lack this game number 2. Bunions! He's out of control! Absolutely mental play from Bunions this game. There's your GG, and you know what that means. We're headed to an all-series deciding winner-take-all game number 3.
Yeah, logical in shambles right now as we move on to game 3, but you know, this is what you expect from an elimination game. Alright, fellas?
Sure. High stakes last game.
this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun one. And, usually when you have these BO3s, if both of the first two games are good and it goes 1-1, you're usually in for an epic game number 3. Perhaps I've given you extra expectations, but before I cut to a break, any last analysis from you guys?
I don't know. One team name is Your Nightmare is Over. I think the nightmare is just beginning. Every single time I cast these 3-game series here in League of Lads, I feel like the game number 3 goes on to like 60, 90 minutes here. Badger, I hope you're ready for a long night.
Oh,
Yeah.
it. I hope you're ready as well. Logical?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Neph on this one. These type of situations, I think it's customary that this game goes at least 70 minutes, and then the first 50 don't even matter. Did I say 50? The first 65 don't even matter. It's just someone throws in the last 5 minutes.
The mid-statement adjustment. On that note, we are going to move on to a break, but we will see you soon. Stay tuned. In a few minutes, we'll be here for Game 3 of Make Bloosher Great Again versus Your Nightmare is Over. Greetings and salutations for the third and final time tonight. You know what time it is. It is what we have all been waiting for. The winner take all game number 3. Winner advances to the top 4. Loser will have to go home, defeated at 5th place. My name's Badger. I'm once again joined by Logical and Neph, and we are already a little bit into this draft right now, Logical. We got some bands, we got some picks. Where do you want to start with this one?
I think the first pick techies is really interesting.
You know,
Just like,
Lizard told me, Logical, that when casters say interesting, they mean bad. But they're trying not to say bad because they don't want to get flamed by the chat from the players' fans. Is that what you mean?
no,
You mean
not
bad?
really. Actually,
Okay.
I didn't know that. I'm
Then
not
you
a real
mean Lizard
caster.
is just dumb. Okay, go on.
Go on,
Yeah.
I get it.
I think Lizard's statement there is pretty interesting.
Continue. Go off, King.
Rubik and Underlord were just completely ignored up until the second phase here.
hmm
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Coddle Monkey King. This is good. I'm interested. No, not interested.
you're trying to not use that word now.
Surprised to see a Monkey King end
Yeah.
up on the 7 pick because it was being ignored for the most part throughout. When it was picked last game as a response to the Void Spirit, but we'll have to see if Radiant can actually flex it because I think the strength of this Monkey King comes in the fact that it's a lane dominator as 1, and it also has the potential to go play position 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think the Keeper of the Light will go? As a 5?
Yeah, I think that they've played at 5 this entire series so far, so I
Mhm.
assume it'll just stay on 5.
Yeah, it's crazy they keep going back for the Keeper of the Light. I mean, it ended up working last game. I think it's really sick. I'm just surprised that they don't use it as a gas station or a Tesla supercharger for like a Storm Spirit.
Got some good news for you, Neff. There's still time to pick that.
Yeah.
Does that count?
With an Ember instead. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
good together with it. Getting like double slate chains off feels pretty good.
Yeah.
This is what you tell
Ember.
me that's not how that skill works anymore, Nev. Chakramatic doesn't reduce cooldowns anymore. Read the fucking patch notes, old man.
Yeah, it gives you a
Bonus
fucking.
spell damage on your next spell by like 20%, right?
Oh, that's a cool idea actually. Maybe not percentage, maybe to flatten out, but that's a cool idea. Yeah, Ember is interesting against techies. Thankfully, you don't get silenced anymore, so it's not as bad. But if you sleight of fist the techies, little known fact, a reactive taser, if you hit him, you get purged. Actually, it's like an offensive purge against you. So if you're flame guarded and then you sleight of fist the techies while he has reactive taser up, it purges your flame guard.
That
So
is
watch out for that.
insane.
That actually is insane.
Yeah, you think he'll go an early point into reactive taser, or do you think this be like
No, I think
earlier
he'll-
where he doesn't get it to level
yeah.
11?
Oh, actually, it's crazy. It's a crazy taser game. He 100% should get that at like level 4. Because the same thing happens against Monkey King. You get 4 stacks of Jingu. You stun this techies with reactive taser, it purges the Jingu.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
It's
It's
one of
like
those
the
things.
whole nullifier or against like Ursa or Monkey King where you just instantly lose your buff. They'll let you fight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Badger.
I mean, last game we saw him have more all chat comments about Dairy Queen Blizzards brought to him by Allison than actual points in reactive taser. So, again, it's one of those things where you hope this game might be a little different given its value this game. That's an Ogre Magi, by the way. Good old bet. I mean, it really is. It seems like your nightmare is over. So, you know what? We won game 1 with these heroes. Let's just pick them again. Grab them. Grab Techies. Grab Ogre. Grab Void Spirit. Run it back. Grand old time. And do what we did to win earlier. Whoa,
Yeah.
that is not. That is a new hero. We've achieved a new hero. It's the Bone Man, the Fletcher, Clinks.
Rattle me bones, am I right, fellas?
You are right, Mr. Sensei.
Sure. I think this Clinks hero is extremely underrated. I think there are certain aspects of this hero that are just insanely overtuned right now. Like third spell.
You know,
Don't think it will exist in its current state for a
I
while.
was playing a pub the other day, like just as the patch hit, and I had someone pick support Clinks in my lane, and at
This is what
first
it's
I
gonna
was
be.
so upset, but it wasn't awful. It wasn't awful.
The future is now, old man.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to be mad at him, but then I had trouble being mad at him because like all the mistakes in the lane were like mostly mine. He was kind of owning.
Yeah, so there's this one guy in C, Mavis, who's been picking it a lot in Dota 2 Pro Tracker. I think he's kind of the guy who's been inventing this hero.
Mm-hmm.
You can get Phylactery
What's the
with
build?
Tar Bomb, and it's just like you just have a spammable long range spell that can Phylact, and so that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Also, this hero is extremely durable with Death Pact. You get 2 charges now, even when you get the 3rd point. It
Uh-huh.
just gets a lot of health. Also, the level of creeps that you can eat is like certainly too high. I think it should go down by 1 at all levels. So when you're at level 2, you can start eating these big creeps, and it just helps you farm really fast.
Well, 5 or 6 big creeps. 5?
5 is most of them, but you can't do
The big satyrs, and
yeah. I think Dark Troll.
yeah, Dark Troll, and big satyr.
Yeah, and then yeah. Oh yeah, this hero also loves buying Solar Crest, loves buying Phylactery. We'll probably see at least one of those items, maybe both of them purchased. I think it's gonna be 4 for Reed. Some
Yeah.
played in a pub.
Hey, look how many carries are banned. Badger, this is your chance to win $20 from Logical for guessing the last hero. This is the Logical Guess the Last Hero $20 challenge.
I mean, Logical didn't volunteer it this time around, but
Yes, he did. I did for him. Let's go.
let's not ban this. This is sound weird, but Brewmaster.
They need a carry.
I
You
know
wanna try
they,
again?
they need a carry, but they don't have Brewmaster.
Okay.
They're gonna go Clink's carry, Red
Okay, so
Spirit
now if
mid,
I get it, Neph has to pay me $20,
Ogre
right?
off
So
lane, Brew 4, Techies 5.
I'm saying Sven.
It's bent.
Oh, good call. Hard for it to be Sven then.
True.
This man's trying to stop himself from losing $20 to himself.
At that point, you're like losing like the Venmo transaction fee. You know, it's like, I'm good. I don't want to lose the money.
Life Stealer.
Also
Fuck,
banned.
Razor.
It's also
Oh,
bad, by the
really?
way.
Well,
Also,
yeah.
man. This guy's asleep at the wheel. You're just trying to make me look good at this point by looking as bad as
Right.
possible. I appreciate it. You're my foil. Did I use that right?
So why not? Go with that.
I don't know what that means. It's all good. You used it right. Nice job.
Thanks. We'll see if this team uses their last pick right
What do you think
and
should
picks
pick?
something good
That's
against this Razor.
$200.
$200. Make it 300.
No, it's
400.
100 now.
Final offer.
It's 100 now.
Uh,
Clock's taking Nest for I'd your $100.
Luna.
Oh, that's a pretty good guess.
We'll find out in at most 30 seconds. And there's a lot of banned out carry heroes, and Luna is not banned and is a carry hero, so we will see. We will see. I mean, it's a Hurricane Pike buyer. Could be a good Hurricane Pike game. Obviously, it's a good BKB game as well. So there's definitely some merit to Luna. I mean, like Hurricane Pike, Manta, BKB.
Do they
Just some
still
fun
take
times.
Drow instead?
I think it's gonna be Skywrath Mage.
Faceless Void.
Neither.
Everyone's wrong. The house wins.
Yeah, Logical loses $60 to the house.
Which is also me, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to pay myself $60, lose some money in PayPal fees.
Hey, the house
Yeah.
always wins, you know.
Yeah. What can you do?
No, the house lost here.
House lost to PayPal.
We are, we are done with the draft. Though. I mean, definitely an interesting Void pick. I mean, it's one of those games where you could definitely get bursted down if the game starts off badly. But if you can get online, there's some great chrono opportunities. Lots of things you can dish into that chrono. And I'm using interesting in a holistic way rather than a lizard way. But I digress. If you two had to choose either two drafts, where would you lean towards here?
I am going towards the Radiant side this game. I think it's very easy for them to get in out of these team fights. I think they have a reasonable amount of lockdown for the Void Spirit with the duel and the Chronosphere. I think that do you wish that Techie's stun was a silence in this in this particular game as well to deal with the Faceless Void and the Ember Spirit? It is going to be fairly rough for them.
Wait, you say you like Radiant?
Yeah. You just gonna disagree with me for the sake of disagreeing?
No, I was just trying to think. I think that Faceless Void's really good in lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Faceless Void is
Yeah, good
fairly
because
good left pick.
it scales really well. You can just like chrono their good player. However, I do like Radiant more also, but I think there's something to be said that the fact that they have this ogre again is going to deny a lot of the Void's creeps. Razor will probably have a good lane because it's Razor.
What do you think, Badger?
You know what?
Play-by-play casters get to have opinions here as well.
I'm surprised. I mean, it probably shouldn't, but
So?
I mean, I'm gonna lean towards your nightmare is over. I mean, I look at the heroes, and I think Radiant's gonna win, but so something about this Dire team in playoffs. They did it last season. I think they're gonna do it again, and I think we're already seeing Ultra and company move on to the next round. Regardless, we'll have to wait on the intro until the pause ends. It's a patented pause. So we'll have to wait a little bit on my good old grandiose caster intro. But again, it's game 3 time. It's excitement time. This is we're back.
Going ready, sorry. We're back when the game unpauses, Badger. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay? This ain't your first rodeo. You know better than that.
I do.
It does give us time to talk about the starting items with everybody and how many blood grenades each team has. When the patch came out, I thought you couldn't have enough of these things, but Radiant only has 2 right now. Is that enough, Logical?
Apparently? I mean, okay,
Dyer's
there we
got
go.
3. Yeah, Logical refuses to comment. He sees 2 blood grenades and he thinks absolutely disgusting. What's with the lack of aggression here from the Radiant side?
It's one of
3
those,
on the Dyer, even that's like kind of cutting it.
he would never get caught dead with 2 bug grenades on his team. But if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 3 of Make Bloosher Gradient versus Your Nightmare is Over in the League of Lads Season 12 Losers Bracket Quarterfinals. Winner will move on to the top 4, and they will play the Happy Herbivores, and loser will have to cry home to their parents about how they lost the League of Lads playoffs once again. Diesel will lead the way into the Radiant Jungle. He's being hit by 4 heroes, 5 heroes, but he's an Ogre Magi. In comes the link from Ultra Gunner. First blood will go to Rice Boy. However, the trade will be for Pistia. Now Mr. Len's man's up on Rice Boy. Rice Boy's on the run to get the Fairy Fire, but I believe he's simply dead. He Fairy Fired just for fun, but did not stop the death. So sure, first blood will go to the Radiant side, but Dire get 2 coming back.
Mm-hmm. And then honestly, the gold exchange did end up favoring the Dyer after that one. I think they're in a better place for it. Monkey King sitting at like half HP. He's gonna have to go through at least like one of his tangos before the game even starts. In fact, I'm gonna get chased out by Ultra Gunner if he runs into them here. Star Bomb is pretty sick though. Sends the Faceless Void away.
Absolutely. It's one of those things too where it's not just an extra kill, but it's 2 extra bounty rings, 3-to-1 bounty ring exchange as well. So some good Dota 2 right now for Your Nightmare is Over.
Yeah. Techies will rotate all the way back up to the top lane.
Thanks,
He started down close to the bottom. I think it would have been faster if he just took the portal through. But I think a lot of people just aren't used to doing that yet. A lot of harass coming out of the Keep It Light just at the beginning of this game. The combination of just like the tar bombs and the long distance ignites. It makes it super annoying for Patience here. He's gonna have to go through the majority of his regen. I believe he's ferrying himself out. Yeah, another 6 tangos and his own blood grenade here. So he's ready to deal with the harass from the Clinks and the Ogre Magi in this lane. In the face of the void started with a magic wand as well. So more spells that they spam, the better off he's going to be. But it is damage over time they have against him. So unfortunately, Time Walk isn't amazing against this.
As well as, that's how you know you're here to game. You have 7 tangos. That's a lot. I mean, that's definitely a large. Usually, if it's like 6 tangos, it's kind of normal. But when you get to 7 tangos, that's how you know you're here to game. You're here to trade a lot.
Yeah. And I think it's exactly what you need because he has to constantly trade and deal with this harass instead of letting them start to bully his Faceless Void. And he'll use this opportunity to kind of pull the wave, this next wave back into the tower here. This Void plays a little bit further forward. They don't have a ton of kill potential, while they do have a lot of harass in this lane. So pulling Keep It Light is more than happy to step away from the lane for a little while. Is not under massive threat on the Faceless Void.
Did they
Want to talk mid lane matchup?
Mid lane, logical, yeah. Light of Summon's mid lane matchup. It's an Ember Void, it's a skill-based matchup, correct?
Yeah. Looks like you're doing a little bit better on the Void Spirit at the moment. He's gone Slate of Fist and Flame Guard, I believe. Yeah. He's just gone into Aether Remnant and Resonant Ball, so he's able to pop the Flame Guard right now, but uses this after he dropped one of the spells, so he's just going to keep this on him. Unfortunately, his HP isn't high enough, and he's forced to kind of back off as he trades hits with the Void Spirit there.
I'm actually a little bit interested in seeing, as a little bit of an off-topic point, but did they reuse the sound effect from Sticky Napalm on Tar Bomb? It sounds like Sticky Napalm, but slower. Oh, the high ground! He's on the high ground. He is on the high ground.
Oh my god, get goofed upon!
He's still diving on Ogre Magi, though. He says, you know what? I'm going to dive this tower. I am Ogre Magi.
He's taking a lot of hits. You are a lot slower than the Keep of the Light. That man is on a horse.
The top lane, Ultra Gunner not only gets the kill on Pishja, but he might get a second kill on Bunions. Gets the Jingle, but couldn't use the Boundless Strike in time. Double kill for Ultra Gunner. He's 2-0-2. That's a fantastic start to Hero who loves to have a fantastic start.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any regen here. The moment they come back up to trade with him, he is going to have to sit pretty far back for a little while. His courier, I believe, what is it? Oh, sitting all the way back in his fountain.
You ever watched the movie Whiplash?
Whiplash?
Yeah.
That is a very fucking good movie.
Yeah.
So there's a scene in Whiplash where Fletcher's trying different drummers, and the drummer goes to adjust his seat. It's like, oh, it was the seat height. That's something about Bunions right now. It's like, oh, that's why you died there. It's internet lag. You need a disconnection. After disconnection, now you can play the lane, right? But no, it's not going too well right now.
Yeah. By the way, I have an hour and a half old message from Jay. It says Jay wanted me to let you know, Badger, that he was right.
About what? I'm wrong a lot. What was I wrong about this time?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Jay an hour and a half ago.
Like, I say a lot of things to a lot of different people. I think I'm right more than I'm wrong, but again, just off of pure probabilities, I'm wrong a lot of the time. Because again, you can't be right all the time. If you say as many things as I do, maybe you can, but you're not normal. For us normal humans like me, you get something wrong eventually. When you get it wrong, it's like, which thing did I get wrong this time? I've been wrong about a lot of things over the years. I think I'm right a good majority of the time, but you say enough things, you gotta be wrong a lot.
No. That's I'm lucky that I think Logical is like not paying attention to see how wrong I was with everything I was talking about until now.
Yeah, is Logical here still?
Yeah.
Okay,
were you saying stuff that was wrong? I couldn't tell.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess
tune out
you're
everything I said.
Not everything.
This much did it. Yeah, awesome, cool. I love it that you're here, man. Happy to be here with you.
Always a blastcaster with you.
Yeah. That Badger invited both of us, or invited me and said, "Hey, Logical's gonna be tagging along. Is that cool?" Yeah, I'm bringing my little cousin. Mom said I had to watch him.
Badger messaged me. I'm casting this game with Neph. You want to join? I was like, shit, if Neph's in there, I got it.
Over the top lane, everybody's injured, by the way. Question now is who will win the fight? It'll be everybody. Both supports go down. Mid Techie's animation, Monkey King brought him down, but ended up dying to that last Techie's. That's interesting, 1-for-1.
Someone has to tell Bunions that if you press Mischief, you can dodge an instance of damage. Because 2 deaths in a row, it wouldn't have prevented him from dying, but it would have prolonged his death.
Alright, consider the following. Yeti's in chat right now. We're on a 2-minute delay. Like, minute 6, he can message Bunions like, hey, use your spells.
Yeah.
Isn't that stream cheating? I feel like
yeah,
should be taking the caster's advice. I don't.
That's true,
this is a league of integrity. People wouldn't do that here.
You're right. This bottom lane has certainly been a little bit interesting. I mean, it's been a good lane for Ogre and for Clinks. Despite a little bit of diving by Diesel earlier, it's still 22-8 versus 14-0. I mean, Karan, he's getting the business right now.
Yeah, true. It's just hard. This Ogre hero is kind of bullshit.
I love how, like, your team's been flamming you all series, Logical. You just have your literal teammates in the chat flamming you for, like, 3 straight hours.
Yeah. They're committed. They're trying to play Dota as well. They're cute. They're like begging me to find a scrim, but we just never can.
That's how it goes sometimes, you know. It's like, yeah, no scrims, just nothing. Over the top lane, a courier is dead, by the way. R.I.P. our good friend, the Monkey King courier. But it might not just be the courier; it might be the Monkey King himself. He has a 6-charge stick, but he's in a little bit of danger right now. He'll use the battle stick for, I guess, a little bit of stun, then he's just dead. Run on down by the Ultra Gunner Sauce combination. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's Karan taking damage as well, so both side lanes are not a fun day for your Radiant cores and Radiant supports alike.
Yeah, Karan is struggling. This is why I don't like to pick Void in like these amateur series.
Oh, Hishya. P-Man has been brought down as well. You were saying about the Void?
Yeah, because you like don't really have a way to flash farm, and you don't have your laning is like requires a lot of nuance. So, yeah, I mean, like right now you can see he's just sad. He's trying to rush a Midas to get something going. Once you get items, and once you get to the mid game, it's nice. But until then, you're struggling.
Well, bottom lane are now on Diesel. Pishja TP's in. A bit of an inspiration. TP, maybe a twin gate afterwards after he gets the kill. Ogre is still alive is the problem. They just can't kill this man. Sauce arrives. He blasts off. He'll blood grade. He wants to kill him. Karan now. If Karan dies, he will not die, but speaking of dying, top lane the 1v1. Ultra Runner brings down Bunions. Now Bunions gonna have no TP. Mr. Lenzer has to step in to bring down Karan. An absolute disaster. It's a Foreman overwhelming odds, but still he can't kill the Ogre Magi. He's just too tanky. Mr. Len's out of spells, but he's not out of HP. He's still walking away. Pishja needs something, anything, any kill. He's used so much of his time. He has an overwhelming odds. He can do it on 2 heroes here if he can find both. He's waiting. Use it on both. They're both still alive. However, Patience is hitting. Pishja is hitting. He wants to kill on Sauce, and Sauce will die. It's at least 1 kill, but no core kills. It's an absolute disaster in the laning phase. It's a 3,000 net worth lead at minute 7 right now.
Ultra's gonna be super farmed also. I like his build. He's gonna be pretty self-sufficient. It's always gonna be high HP with this mom plus Bassi build.
We are dangerously close.
This is why me and Logical were just hyping up this Radiant squad at the beginning of this game.
You building a narrative?
Huh? What do you mean?
They're trying to, you know, mislead the audience so they can get more invested.
Oh, what do you mean
That
mislead?
Over to mid lane, Ember is in a bit of danger. He's got 10 stick charges.
Oh,
Bunions
nice
arrives. That was a Radiant spell, but regardless, Mr. Len's being gone on right now. And he'll walk away there on the Voice Spirit. Tarbomb comes out, but it's a walk away play from all involved. Sauce will blast off. Both are hit by the stun. Bunions has fallen, and Rice Boy is being dove a little bit. I don't think he dies, but he'll miss a couple spells on the way out. Mr. Lens has 1 more step forward, but he's not quite in range. Interesting fight.
I did that backwards there for a second. My brain shut off.
Logical,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's 5.3k. Sorry, 5.4k net Razor at minute 8.5.
Is Legion dead? Legion's dead. Legion is officially on death watch. Actually, no, the Legion is a little bit. Okay, just enough to keep her alive. I thought he was going to get killed by the multi-gas. Instead, Diesel's running from Bunions. Problem is, he remains an Ogre Magi. Jingu's active. Rice Boy TP's in. They need this kill on Diesel. And he's still not dying. Blast off hits on 2. Rice Boy has a sleight of fist in 4 seconds, but 4 seconds is 4 seconds too long. It was slight. No chains yet. He's still holding them, but he's again stunned by the Ogre Magi. The unbreakable 2-headed monster. Again turning on Rice Boy. Not cycled on 3 heroes. But Bunions and Rice Boy need to watch their mortality, as their death could be afoot. Sauce. Reed, they're still hunting. Radiant's still here. It still is 3v3 do-see duel going on. Sauce finally dies, but can Diesel get a monthly cast? Yes, he can. He wants Rice Boy, but he's finally perhaps dying. He's finally dead. Rice Boy, after about a minute of trying, brings him down. It's a triple kill for the Ember Spirit. It's still a 2k dire lead, but that's an important, absolutely pivotal engagement for Radiant to come out on top in.
Yeah, agreed. It's start of their momentum now. Ember's pretty much the one who's gonna do all the heavy lifting also. The Void's having a pretty fine time up against this Razor though. But oh,
R.I.P. Patience. Solo killed by Mr. Lenz. I do want to point out though, we are dangerously close to Ultra Runner having 7k at 11, and if that happens, that's a rare sight on like a non-alchemist heroes.
Is that the bar? 7K 11 minutes.
Telelogical.
Yeah, 7K. I think that's the mark of you're like playing really well, actually.
Let's see. I always marked like 5 minutes. Sorry, 10 minutes having like more than 5K net worth is pretty good. Was it the 11K or 11 minutes?
Yeah, I mean 5K at 10 is like you can actually just like stumble on 5K at 11. 7K at or yeah, 7K at
Hate to
11.
interrupt you, but Monkey King is dead. Bottom of the trade is for Kling's. Diesel is taking more spells. Eventually, he dies here, I think. Keyword is think, and he just won't die. When he'll walk away, play Remnant missed by Mr. Lens. You know, it's funny, the 7K at 11 thing. Like, whenever we're watching Pro Dota, we're just messing each other on Discord, like, hey, 7K at 11 to watch for pro games. Good old wins. It was some Russian player who did it first, right?
I cannot tell you. I remember the person who did it a lot was Parker, but
There was a specific game. It was 7K at 11. No, it's the start of the reference. It was either
I
like
see.
a Russian or Ukrainian player in some European game that you were watching. It you and I both know I didn't watch, but ever since that moment, it's 7K at
Interesting.
11.
okay. I don't remember it, to be honest. I don't even remember the origin story of it. I just just knew 7K at 11.
I thought you were going to enlighten Neph on that one. Speaking of enlightening, there's a keeper of the bottom lane going on decent. Mr. Lenz goes back on going for the aforementioned Coddle. Mr. Lenz commits both steps and now stunned by Bunions. Chrono is available. But it's a hard Chrono for Karan to land here. Ultra is still backing up his Void Spirit. Ogre will go for a bit of a move to the east side, away from the tower. He's Chrono, but he's still very tanky. And eventually, trapped on it, unable to pass the bridge, he falls. It's Ogre Magi dead for the third time this game, actually.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing super far forward. I think at that point they just got frustrated with him, so punished him with the Chronosphere. Looks like they're about to grab the techies here as
They'll
well.
kill techies in that tower. You're saying, Neph?
Oh, just I think they were just frustrated with how far forward this Ogre Magi was playing and continued to go unpunished for it. They dropped the Chronosphere on him. It looked a little bit silly them committing that, like just an Ogre Magi with a Vanguard though.
I mean, eventually he died. I mean, he didn't die during the Chrono, we know that much, but he eventually died. All's well that ends well.
I mean, they got everyone to like catch up to him and grab him. Yeah.
Step in mid lane by Lens to moderately damage Rice Boy. Remnant hits. A few more hits will do the job, but with Coddle backing him up and the Remnant away, it seems like it'll be a
I
getaway.
thought he was
the
going to
Ember.
walk into that Remnant there for a second and die.
That would have been a hearty laughter from the commentary desk as that happens.
Yeah. A sensible chuckle.
Did he hit 7K at 11? Probably not, right?
Oh, that's actually we're on a 2-minute delay. I'm looking at the stream now. He was 6.8 at 11, so no, he was not quite there.
Sad.
Well, I mean,
Embarrassing, really.
If you hit 7K at like 11:29 or whatever, it's good.
Oh, he definitely did that then. He's literally 6.9 at 11:24, so he'll definitely be there at 11 something. I think. Either way, though, we do.
He's like fighting and he's kind of low HP. I don't know. I'm watching him. He's close.
We're not even watching we're just watching the 2-minute-old goal bar. Picking a bottom lane though, they're diving for Karan. He's at the time lock, but he's still in a bit of danger. It's a 4v1 under that tower. Sauce will secure that kill, and more importantly, he got the 7K at 11.
He's like 11 at like 11:40. He got it.
No, so it's got to be rounded to 11 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's not really. It's closer to all, but it's still pretty impressive.
Obviously, 7K at 11:00 is more impressive, but whatever counts. Mid T1's also going to fall, by the way. RIP Outer Radiant Towers. Two of them are dead now, both middle and bottom lane.
The missing top as well.
Wait, what? When did that? Did Ultra just kill that alone? What the hell? Oh, they're all dead. Okay, my bad.
Kill what?
All the T1s, the Ultra Soul killed the top.
tier 1s are gone.
Yeah.
Well, Pishja is going to have to run away here. He got the Pavis buff from Patience. Surprise, 3 games in a row on Coddle with the Pavis. And again, he wanted the duel on the techies earlier, but easier said than done. Slight change, maybe now a duel. He'll Blade Mail for the kill. That's a duel win secure. First one of the game. But again, they're still firing on the Razor. He's over in the bottom lane. But the remainder of the team is top lane defending right now.
Really good zone coming out of play. Ooh, this Maelstrom Ember. Oh, is gonna
He
get
dies
burst.
here on the Ember. The Pavis! The Pavis keeps him alive. Pishtya will initiate going in for Lens. There's no Blade Mail this time around, and Lens will step in, step back. Rice Boy will dive the tower with the Slight Chains. Diesel has the stun, but Rice Boy again is being given a cooldown reduction by the Keeper of the Light. He wants the Void Spirit. He'll get the Void Spirit, but in comes Big Bad Austin. Chronosphere will be there only on the Ogre. Ogre without a Rice Boy. The trade will be there for the Keeper of the Light. Ultra Gunner's Big KB. It's his first one of the game. Has done very little so far. He wants the Rice Boy kill, but Rice Boy has a slight. No, he still dies after the Slight Chains. The trade will be for the Clinks, but killing that Rice Boy, getting that streak gold, it's absolutely massive there for Ultra. Overall, though, I think Radiant's took him out ahead there. Wait, blast off? Suicidal play from Sauce. At this point, wait, he sidesteps the boundless strike. Ultra will arrive. Karam will time off away. The duel will be there on Razor, but he might not win this duel. He might just lose this duel, and he does! That's 10 damage for the Razor! And Karan will have to time walk away, tail between his legs. His offlaner is dead, and his team is back to crumbling.
Team's back to crumbling, huh? Sure.
I guess you lose a duel. That's emotional damage right there. Absolute emotional damage.
And 10k at 15 is also another mark of being incredibly farmed. That's another one of the timings I'm looking at. Might have hit it. I'm not gonna bother looking. I think he did just get a couple kills.
Well, Slight Chains missed by Rice Boy. Well, I guess the slight hit, the chains missed by this plan. It's walk away from Razor. If you're
we call these things, by the way, these markers, the logical locators.
You can call them whatever you want. They're just.
I think logical locators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of locating, Dire located the Vici Commander bottom lane. The tar bombs come in from Reed, and again, Pishtya will, I guess, just die. Or wait, no, she almost get Ultra on the Blade Mail. I thought he might have as well, but I think he may. Again, I mentioned emotional damage. Perhaps he was emotional damage from the duel loss earlier and did not want to lose a second duel to Ultra Gunner.
That's true.
Going Solar Crest on this Void Spirit, I like it, but I don't know if it's good. No, actually, I really like it this game. This is a cool item build. I think Solar Crest on cores is underrated. There's some people who are doing it like Gunner, but very few people are actually going. So,
that's a beautiful remnant from Mr. Lens. Bunions is
but
going to survive.
Damage to kill him.
The Ogre X.
Yeah, but is Dota actually
his power for an extra 5 armor.
Last off, dodged by Rice Boy. He's diving for the kill on Clinks. Beautiful dive from Rice Boy. And now Ultra is here. I believe Rice Boy will simply Remnant away. But at this point, they might just find the Remnant and run him down. Problem is, he's broken some ankles. Ultra will attempt to run him down, but Ember Spirit's a very fast man. Over to Techies. He's looking for a kill on Keeper of the Light, who is in what I'm going to describe as moderate danger. He'll attempt to walk away, but he's going to run on down by the Ogre and the Techies. Kill goes to the aforementioned Techies. That's a 1-for-1 support trade.
Sent that old man to the farm up north, just like me.
Once a kid full circle from Neph. R.I.P. Coddle.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Middle lane Lens is poking his head around here. He'll wait. Duel into Boundless Strike. This will be another 1 duel for Pishtya. That's his second 1 duel of the game. He has the +8 duel bonus damage down, so it's now 28 duel damage. And now Techies will get run on down as well. He'll reactive taser. He did skill it this game, but it will not delay the death.
He got a 9 also. He's actually closing in on an Ag Scepter on Techies. I think these Dire item builds are a little off, I'll say. Now, like especially after the round of feeding that they just did, this Solar Crest on Void Spirit is like probably gonna end up biting them in the ass later on because they're lacking scaling a little bit, and with like if Razor dies in Chrono, then they're gonna like super run out of damage on Dire.
So, is Ultra Gunner big enough to carry this game? Is the question.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the People's Gift. It's actually like 300 HP there. He's got the Butterfly now, so he feels pretty invincible with that. I think this man is very tanky.
Middle lane,
Pishtya.
Not tanky enough. Brought down there by Lens and Reed. Lens has no spells remaining. But the Remnant is the last spell. He just got off cooldown. Wukong's there. That's a little bit too late. He'll attempt the lifesteal on through, but Diesel says no. I will multicast you. You will die.
Tried for a play on the monkey. It's unfortunate. The Echo Saber with 2 points boundless, 3 points Jingu, I'm not a fan of.
A little bit, again, it's a bit of like a conflicting item build. I agree with you on that one. Remnant, off the mark, never mind. Alright, so clearly Dire are in the lead. Say logically you're playing on this Dire side right now. What's your gameplay to take this lead and convert it into a W? Do you just like all in on the Razor still? Do you like grab the objectives? You gotta like split the farm off? What's the game player?
You stop his face's void from getting his more damage.
Yeah, I think you of course have to play around your Razor. I think the biggest problem they have is it's kind of hard for them to catch heroes. So just trying to like play aggressively on the Razor because it is so hard to die, as you said before, and getting them to run into your Razor is the most important thing. So like, Ultra is playing a little bit more passive than I think he should be. But honestly, he can just be like farming really aggressive areas of the map, like this jungle here.
Well, try to solo kill on Clinks, but it'll be a dual win for Fisher instead. Creative player try to bring down the Coddle, but that will not give you a kill. Instead, Rice Boy still sidestepping spells mid lane, getting away from Lens and company. Lens steps away, and Diesel will multicast the Fire Blast, but again, the fight is past. It's time to run away, unless you want to just go for more multicast. Spunions, though, has arrived to the fight. You got the Wukong in 18 seconds. He's not going to live for 18 seconds. Techie's Ags on last now 1-for-1 trade, though the duel was won by Pistia. Ultra is looking to interact, but Radiant not interested in interacting with Ultra. Got a Rice Boy's forced to BKB just to escape the big bad Razor. And I believe now that the fight is finally over.
Surprised you just pressed BKB like that. He had a couple more remnants left, but it's made it out alive, of course. The Void will scale. He's gonna need a finished Mjolnir. He's gonna need this BKB and then probably an MKB after. But then Razor will die in a Chrono, I'm pretty sure. Not to the solo Void, but just like to the Chrono, especially after taking a little bit of damage like in a fight. So how much can Dire get done until then? That's the real question.
GTP's in by Riceplay. Good angle on the Remnant from Mr. Lens. Riceplay tries to get away. He's barely alive. The duel will be there onto the Void Spirit. It will be a one duel. Ultra's BKB is ending quite soon. Radiant have a Chrono on 2 heroes, but it's 2 Radiant also is at the Chrono. Everyone's in the Chrono at this point. Razor is still about 1/4 HP. He might die of the combo damage. Patience, it's a triple kill. It's 4 kills for Make Bloosher great again. They want the clinks. They'll run him down. That's a full 5-man wipe. And what a gargantuan turnaround.
They were dying to minefields. You see that? Race Boy died to the minefield side. They almost died on the Void and the Monkey also, but yeah, as you said, what a fight by Radiant. Holy. Triple kill for the Coddle. It's like hard for Dire to win the game now. Because Ultra's build is kind of designed to hit this timing where you have, like, you got your BKB early and then you get your Butterfly after. You're really strong with BKB and Butterfly because you don't take damage from magic or physical. Then once you hit the Satanic also you're healing. So like these are very exact timings that you're supposed to fight on, and you end up scaling later on also. But for against heroes like Karan, which are just like playing to scale, if you don't win on your timings, then the game gets difficult pretty quickly. It's like it has a finished BKB almost after this, after that fight.
Yeah, a little bit scary. They might go on Rice Boy mid lane. Mr. Lens will Remnants. He'll hit it, and they'll go for 100-0 on the Ember. That's a kill they need. They need to start bringing this lead back. It's only a 2k lead. You know, I mean, half that 2k lead comes from that Ember kill right there, so. And they know the pressure's on. Perhaps Dire are still in a good position right now. One more lost fight, and it's looking real bad. What are you thinking, Neph?
I think that at this point, Face of Void is starting to work towards like his next items. If he can like build his BKB and then deal with the Razor's like Butterfly, maybe get himself an MKB after that, then they're in rough shape. Again, to bring it back kinda here.
We're at the point now where it's the big man in front Ultra Gunner, but But he is no longer the durable man he was earlier in the game. He's trying to slap this T2 tower, but
I
again,
still think he's quite durable. It's gonna be difficult to bring him down, especially if he's linked to somebody once he gets the Satanic completed. But again, if Faces 4 gets some more like Evasion Pierce, then I think that he blows up inside the Chronosphere. It's like Logical was saying earlier. If Razor goes down, then I think the game just ends just due to this Faces or the Void Spirits build. Actually, he doubled back, and I think he's going for damage right now instead.
Yeah, I
He's not gonna
like
miss later.
it, but he's not gonna carry the game. Honestly, even if you go for these like right-click items in Void Spirit, you kind of need to like build stats. Otherwise, you still don't scale that well. Like you do a lot of damage in the burst, but aside from that, it's not that crazy. That's why I honestly like these like Manta styles and like Scotties and shit that some Void Spirits go compared to like the like Deso Daedalus. Deso is good actually.
a good solo kill from Mr. Len's top lane, finding Bunions in the trees, bring them on down. Yeah, that's a lot of solo kill money right there. Over to
He's like,
bottom lane though, there's no longer a Mr. Lens there, and the Radiant know that. Blink will be there on Reed. Reed certainly will die,
What's
likely
coming
to
in?
the duel. And it will be not a duel win, but a kill after the duel anyways. Alternator wants to go on Pisha. Pisha gets away anyways. And now, Rice Boy wanted to kill Alternator. Alternator's TP during his BKB, but his teammates with the minefield sign! Wait a minute, is everyone just dead here?
No.
Blast off misses. Rice Boy has to BKB, but he'll run down the techies. He does not want this slippery man to get away. He is sick of techies picking the brand of bullshit. Almost
Rice
died
Boy,
to his
no.
demise.
No, no, no!
Oh, he's alive, he's alive, he's alive. This is, overall, though, again, across the map, I think both teams are okay with that one. Both teams won some, both teams lost some.
Alright, it's all good. I thought Faces 4 would like TP back closer into that team fight. Like saw him coming back in order to take that fight the moment that he.
This I didn't think about this item. This is a Vindicator's axe on Razor. I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way. Sorry about that. But this
No
20
worries.
armor equipped while stunned is very interesting. Could
Are you
turn the.
Are you stunned in Chronos here? Is it considered a stun?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, again, solo kill by Mr. Lens on Bunyan's top lane. Pisha has the duel. It will not instantly kill Mr. Lens, and as a result, he'll step away. He's still got the assimilate, and now he's got his life to himself.
I guess actually it doesn't change that much because the thing is, even if you have an MKB right now on Void, you won't just be able to 100 to 0 the Razor most likely. And once he finishes the Satanic, even with your 20 talent, you're not going to be able to 100 to 0 the Razor. So the way that these fights are going to go is that you're going to have to chip the Razor down a little bit and then get the Chrono once you get a nice opportunity for it.
What exactly is a stun, anyways? Like, for the Vindicator next, what is considered a stun, and what isn't considered a stun?
Monkey King Q,
That's definitely
Yeah,
a stun, right?
that's a stun.
But yeah,
Bash.
you mentioned Chronos. Is
Bash
Bash
is
considered
stun.
a stun or a bet?
Time lock is also a stun.
Why? Yeah. What else would Chrono be? Sleep? I don't think so.
It says
A stop.
Chronosphere. Just
It's kind of unique.
He's frozen.
Stop. It's a stop. Yeah.
It says trapped in a sphere of influence. You know. I don't know what that means. Those are words, not stuns.
Isn't a sphere of influence like a history thing?
I suppose so. I mean, he's a temporally oriented hero, but I don't know what a stun is. I don't think Floyd knows what a stun is either.
It says it pauses them when you hold Alt-U over the ability. I was not sure if it considers it like how this axe is coded. If it's just like, okay, anything that provides a default stun.
Well,
Gives you
Blink
the
Duel
armor.
bottom lane brings down Reed. Sorry, you have to say?
It's not important. I'm
We
just
are-
going into nerd shit.
We are like mentally struggling over the Vindicator's axe and Chronosphere interaction.
Yeah, because like I don't know. Let me give you an example. Aether Remnant is like a taunt, and when you're taunted, you're silenced.
Yeah. You can be silenced and stunned at the same time also.
Yeah. This
I
is
don't
something
know
I should
you're
have loaded up in the
silenced while
demo.
you're taunted though. That's a cap actually, I think. It's
Are
it's
you?
something different, I think.
You're
It's like
silenced
a
while you're
sleep.
feared.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a fear, that's what it is. You're right.
Wait, so it is a fear even though it says taunt? What? Or am I mixing things up here?
Does it say taunt? I feel like
I
it
thought it
says.
says taunt. Does it not say taunt? I swore it
think-
said taunt.
Just
Might-
taunt over the hero when they're walking into it.
Okay, yeah, then I guess it's taunt. My bad. I'm like extremely tired actually. I keep waking up early though.
Right. New year, new logical.
It's Europe buff actually.
You're up
One of
buff.
the few. Yeah. Buff from going Europe.
It's one of those things, you know how it goes. You know, Snake King goes to Europe, instantly wins. Queen goes to Europe, instantly wins. It's proven that the Euros, nice
Until
easy
they
environment to
fall
win
off.
in, you know?
Yeah, you fall off if you're there too long, though.
Exactly.
That's what Yamson was saying to me. He's too relaxing over there. He kept letting his guard down. Didn't feel on edge all the time over there.
You gotta do like one of those like hyperbolic chambers. You go in a little bit, you get the level up, and you go back and you get to the real world where it's difficult to play Dota. You don't just get 4 slots where you can go to a major at 3 and 4 record, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
3 and 4. Did that happen?
I did it once. I know
Yeah.
4 and 3 definitely made it many times. But
Yeah.
in harder regions, you can go 6 and 1 on the fucking major. So
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
that
you guys that happened to you guys a lot.
Yeah. What can you do?
What can you do?
you can't just be EG or TSM. You gotta be both. Maybe Quincy Crew too. You know, a nice little fun time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was the main thing. Is there's Quincy Crew also.
Yeah. Those guys are gone now, though.
The guys are now they're in Div 2. What do you mean, man?
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
forgot
they are
about
gone.
that.
They are gone. You're right.
Oh,
It
when
was-
Quincy Crew went to Wildcard and just got knocked down to Div 2.
What even
No,
are
Quincy-
slots anyways?
Quincy Crew
though?
went to Tooth Gaming, and then they got knocked
yeah.
down to
Oh, you're-
Div 2,
you're
and then
right.
they got transferred to Skyward, and then they got eliminated.
Unlucky.
What can you do? Speaking of what can you do, there's 2 lives now on Mr. Lens. I'm pretty confident it's the first Roshan of the game, if my brain is playing tricks on me, and you know, we've seen a lot of these initiations on the Void Spirits. It's gonna be a little bit harder when he jumps back right up again.
That's right. I'm not sure if they can close out this game.
Oh, it's no time like the present. Ultra Gunner is tanky, and Mr. Lens has 2 lives. You're not getting a better opportunity to close out the game. At the very least, take a large lead to make closing out the game easier. Melees are under attack, and Radiants are... Oh, there we go. Blink jump in the backlines. Techies has been caught. Techies will die. Chrono is there only on the Razor, but Razor is out inside the Wukongs. He's half HP. He'll BKB. The taunt will be there on Blade of Void. Time walks away. Now Bunions will die, but he's buying time for his team to reposition. Techies buys back. Radiant wants to play the high ground as 4 heroes. Correction, 3 heroes, 1 on the outside. Pishto wants another angle. At this point, no duel. It's a little bit harder. The Mithrax are still alive. Radiant wants to keep them that way. But Dire, of course, want to kill it. Orchid will be there on right play. He'll BKB. He'll slight chains on 2. He'll remnant forward. The selfless play, bringing down the Clinks. Sauce dies. That's a dieback. Rice Blade buys back. Ultra Gunner dies. He couldn't survive with all the heal in the world. Now Diesel will die as well. The one man with 2 lives, the one man who doesn't die. But with 4 dead and the racks now taken. Now it is time for your nightmares over to begin their nightmare.
Yeah, Void seizes the top net worth spot. This game is like probably GG for Dire, honestly. They hold on to the Aegis, but I'm like, what do you even do now at this point? When your Razor respawns, Chrono's gonna be 20 seconds off cooldown. The
mean,
Void can
that's how-
actually kill people now.
If that's what you want to play with, like your Razor further forward and like kind of up sieging, I think you should have just given him the Aegis instead of the Void Spirit, who was pretty far back. Like the Chronosphere is super awkward in that team fight too, and regardless of that, like, it did its purpose of stopping Razor from like coming into the fight and doing a ton of damage while they kind of wreaked havoc on the other side. But he meant to get that Chronosphere off onto 2 heroes, only managed to hit 1, and then couldn't even bring down the Ogre Magi during it. Like, that wasn't an ideal scenario for the Radiant. They still managed to win that last fight.
Yeah.
Mid lane, Orchid on Rice Boy. His BKB is
Some good
available,
jumps in the
but he
back
still
line
might
there.
be dead here. No, he's not. Step forward. Rice Boy's still trying to dodge, but he cannot dodge all the damage. Is there vengeance? Bunions and Karan head to Lens. He's been dusted. He still has 2 lives. 1 duel is won by P-Man, but With Reed backing up, the second kill might not be so easy. It's a perfect two-man stun from Bunions! Assimilate is used to the northeast, but Reed has to die for Mr. Lens's sins. Bunions wants more. He's got the Wukongs. He has Boundless Strike in 12 seconds, and he wants to fight once again. Mr. Lens finds him in the trees. Wukongs will come out, but Bunions will die. Meanwhile, we see some buybacks committed. Correction, one buyback committed on the Clinks. They know the time is now. They know there's a dieback on the Ember Spirit. And it could be time to go for big building damage. That's Melee's dead. That's Range Rack's dead.
He has Chrono.
But he knows he has no Monkey and he has no Ember.
He needs the shard, actually. That's the problem, is that his time walk is too short range. He can't poke either with the reverse.
Dire knew their window was closing at the 11th hour. They've opened it wide. Pisha wants to blink jump the backlines, but his blink is being cancelled by Sauce. Meanwhile, Big Austin is killing the big Melee barracks. There'll be rubble in a matter of seconds. So full set taken bottom, Melee's taken mid. What more can you possibly want? A worthwhile win there, and a big punish by your nightmare is over.
Yeah, there was a smart buyback to them just recognizing, okay, two of these heroes are down, just push our advantage now regardless of the Chrono Spirit being up. Because again, they needed to poke the Razor with a little bit of damage. Without the Ember Spirit, they weren't really able to do that there. So, smart for them to just continue to play forward. It looked like it was going to be kind of rough for a moment there. And if they fucked that up, then I think they just would have lost the game. But I think they would have lost the game anyways if they let things drag on.
I like it. You know, it's one of those things where if you're in a situation like that, you'd rather lose on your terms than on the enemy's terms. And they said, you know what, either we win on our terms or we lose on our terms. And now they're back in the driver's seat.
Mm.
This is now again. I feel like Radiant, they're only down by like 4k gold, but the morale could not be good after that last fight loss.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised because I think the game's supposed to get a lot easier for them, but they just kind of like run out of resources and end up like dying too many times.
We have about 4 minutes until the Ember and Monkey have buyback again. Around that time, Roshan will be respawning. That's so you know the Cataclysm is coming. If the Roshan respawn and the buyback's coming off a cooldown, that's when it'll be go time. And if we get lucky on the Roshan respawn time for the Dire, they could take Roshan knowing Ember and Monkey cannot buy back. However, if they get unlucky, then Monkey and Ember will have buyback, but Clinks will not. That'll be a very good Radiant Roshan timing if that happens.
He finished Scotty on Void. This is like a really big timing now. It's gonna be a problem for this Systemic Butterfly Razor. Bought an Aeon Disc. Interesting. I think he still really needs the Shard on Void, but once he gets that, it's like a super set. It's just gonna crush these fights. Can look to get a Nullifier after, honestly, for these Aeon Discs and the Reactive Taser also.
When Rice Boy even saw Ultra, was like, you know what? I can go on him, but, you know, BKB, Satanic Butterfly, Aeon, I'm good. I don't see all your heroes. I'm good. That's not a go.
Yeah.
Guess maybe if they knew what we knew and they had the Omni Vision, they would have went for... Oh, Blink Duel bottom lane on Mr. Lens. He'll die during the duel. More damage going to Pisha. He's up to 216 duel damage. That's a big kill. I mean, he has no buyback on Voice Spirit. It's lack of gold, not lack of cooldown, but the Radiant don't know that. I do, that's for damn sure.
This LC has been like low-key winning duels also. 200 does a lot of damage now. As you get like a silver edge on this LC, you're gonna start scaling. Maybe you need an MKB for the butterfly, but shit hurts. Ag's finished on Razor. He's going the Atomic War build. Ag's Aeon Disc.
Into Refresher, I believe. Over to the top lane. Bunions was doing a little bit of scouting, caught alone, but the Rice Boy's on the way. He'll die on Bunions. Rice Boy will use to commit to the remnants, but at this point, he needs to run. He is not safe right now. The duel will be there on Ogre, but Ogre will now lose the duel. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Rice Boy is still alive. Aeonisk has popped on the Razor. Karan has a Chrono. Time Lock Chrono. It's only on Razor, but Razor's in a lot of danger right now, and he's dead. No time Satanic. Aeonisk already used, and now Reed's gonna die. Sauce has the Minefield sign. He's got the whole Minefield with him. He'll bring down Riceblade, but with that, he will die. Triple kill for Karan. It's a full 5-man wipe. And now it's make Bloosher great again, who take the lead very soon.
Buyback. Oh, never mind. I thought they could buy back an Ember if we pick up that room, but he's got the gold for it, but it's still on cooldown for another minute. But I don't know. I'm not surprised when the game's moving in this direction at this point. It now do a lot of damage. It took a lot longer to bring down that Ogre Badge than I thought. But then immediately after, this Razor just fucking melted the face of the void. It was kind of insane. So he finally has the MKB and he just destroys him with it. So you're down, what, 1.5 lanes of racks right now. You've lost to only racks the mid lane, but I do feel like this is starting to swing Radiant's way, and Dyer's probably sweating a little bit at this point.
That's lucky for Dyer, unlucky for Radiant. Roshan could be alive right now. He is not. Instead, it'll be another minute. Entire minute until Roshan's back.
Yeah, I think Dire, I mean, they could probably sneak out a fight win and then go Throne with Razor Eyes Refresher, but it's certainly, they're not favored, that's for sure. I'm just like theorycrafting potential ways that they might end up winning if the game goes their way.
Definitely room for both teams to make key outplays, or alternatively for either team to make key misplays. And it's a stressful game state for everyone involved right now. Radiant stressed, Dire stressed, I'm even stressed right now. It's a big moment right now. Onions sees the Techies. I don't think Techie sees him. He'll go on and initiate, knowing his team is rendezvousing on the way. Bounce Strike will hit on the Techies. Pisha has a blink duel, but he has a better target. He'll take Techies if he has to, and there will be the Aeon Disc. So no dual win quite yet. Orchid will be there on Pisha. He holds his BKB for now. Wukongs will allow a reposition from the Radiance. Duel was held. Big play from Patience. Or sorry, Pisha with the Patience. Mix up words on that one with the players, but still, neither team wants to overcommit quite yet. They're holding cards in their hand, waiting for the Roshan fight. Roshan, by the way, is alive. He's on the bottom side. Radiant know it. Dire know it can be alive. But they do not know what's going on in the pit. And that is Karan going sicko mode. Hitting Roshan for Edis and Cheese. It's already low on HP. Dire on the way, but they won't be there in time. That's 2 lives for the Faceless Void. A Cheese for the Ember Spirit. And Dire at this point, their pants are down. They've been caught. The Minefield is doing some damage. But the only thing it's doing is allowing for a retreat at this point.
You wait for the Nullifier now just to be able to go through the Aeon Disc here on the Faceless Void. He's not going to catch anyone without these boots, though. He's walking quite slowly.
Yeah, I'm still a little triggered that he doesn't have a shard. Why?
Yeah, at this point, there's really no excuse.
The 150 gas range.
Wait, there is one excuse.
He's trying to get out of the Tormentor?
Yeah.
That's incredibly greedy. Step forward by Lens, wants a solo kill on Bunions. Bunions uses the Mischief! He survives! Thanks, I believe, the Mischief on that one. Orchid will be there for
shout out to Logical.
Shout out Ice Yeti, no, I think is what you meant.
Yeah, shout out Ice Yeti.
Mid-game coaching.
Nobody dies. I got very excited, but nobody died. I'm still excited. You don't need kills for that sometimes.
Man, there's a Wisdom Rune by the Tormentor as well. That's just value going over there right now.
I'm gonna draw some arrows, Karan. Here to go this direction. No, going the wrong direction. Never mind. He's not going the Tormentor in the Wisdom Rune.
I mean, what if he kills his Tormentor and his Monkey King gets the shard? Then what?
At that point, you have to buy your shard. You have 6 items. What are you gonna buy?
I'm to buy a shard.
He bought it.
Okay. We're good then.
I think he realized, hey, I'm moving a little bit slow. If only there was an item I could get that doesn't take up an inventory slot. That's me. Get around fights quicker.
But wait, the new item from Ice Frog, Aghanim Shard. It gives you exactly that. For one easy payment of 1,400 gold, you too can upgrade your abilities, like Time Walk. And yeah, it is the Monkey King Shard anyways. Is the last one without Shard? He's not, so Coddle no Shard, and Legion no Shard. So there's still 2 heroes without Shard on the Radiant side.
Yeah, the overwhelming odds is a pretty underwhelming shard.
Ironic.
Damn.
Maybe this game is not that bad considering the minus armor. There's some of that on the dire side. I mean, you can use some plus armor. Radiant smoked on up. Rice Boy's in the middle of the dire right now. He's silenced. He's hexed. He might be dead. He can't cheese in time. Big kill. He's got a buyback if he wants to return to the fight. Chrono available use only onto the Razor. But if the Razor dies, it'll be worth it. Aeon is prepared for the nullifier. That's Ultra Gunner dead. Rice Boy buys back. Razor cannot. Clinks is hunted down and brought down. Duel is there on Diesel's Ogre Magi. Maybe it won't be a duel win, but it'll certainly be a fight win. Sauce blows his load, but there is nothing you can do but lose the team fight. Bunnies remains alive. Sauce will attempt to mine down Monkey. He will fail to do so. It's a 4-for-1. Sure, you commit a buyback, but it's absolutely a big win for the Radiants. Mr. Lens is trying to buy time, trying to buy space, because he knows the game has become that much more dangerous.
Yeah, really hard for Dire to play now. They have to just try to go for this rat shit. Although I think that the way that they divvied up their heroes is probably wrong. I think you kind of need Razor on the buildings. Just because you kill them so fast with Eye of the Storm, and then your Void Spirit can try to fight instead, but they were swapped for that last engagement.
You still have the Aegis and Cheese as well. I mean, Rice Boy for sure wanted to use Cheese in the last fight, but because he wasn't able to use it, he now has it. So it's like 6.5 lives up against this Dire base if they want to run into it. But alternatively, they know they have a better late game. They can play conservatively and wait literally 6 minutes for the buyback on Ember if they really want to. Because at this point, I mean, the burden execution is definitely on the Dire, right? They have to do something. If they don't do something, they'll just lose slowly, correct?
Yeah, the Void will just out late game you with the like refreshers and Chronos.
Time Man always wins with more time.
Ha! Hex on Pistia. Ogre wants to follow up stun. Meanwhile, Bunions finds Ultra isolated. Blast off is committed. Bunions will commit a BKB. Ultra will link him and bring him down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, though, Reed is being run at by 3 heroes, but Reed is invis and there's no detection! The detection is lacking, therefore the kills are lacking. Aegis expires. This is not a good fight at all, losing Bunions and the Aegis. It's time to run the hell away. At this point, Ultra will lead the way with all of his team except for Clinks behind him, but instead, mid lane, we see an Orchid on Legion Commander. Problem is, Pistia is way too tanky. He'll now move to the south side, but on the south side, Patience and Rice Boy appear to be fine. So, again, it's you wait out the Aegis timing, and you kill the Monkey King. That's something for nothing. That's a win for the Dire side. Here we go. Hex on Rice Boy. He'll BKB in time. He was purged by Pistia. Pistia to save this man. If he died, there would have been Ember without a buyback. Sure, the range racks died, but the important thing is your dieback Ember does not die back.
That was yeah. I mean, underplaying it a little bit, but that was a pretty important save. Radiant has like not really gotten a solid jump in a while. They got the one on Razor, but
Outside of that, yeah, and you think things go a little bit smoothly after they get the Razor, but they hadn't there, which is kind of unfortunate. And now, like you mentioned, without the Aegis, I think they'll probably play a little bit more chill for the next couple minutes. But when you have 2 lanes just pushing in naturally because of the super creeps, the Miraculous being gone, it becomes a lot harder to leave your base and go Roshan. Especially with the way the map is now.
Mr. Lens goes for a huge heads-up play. He needs to run the hell away now. And with the Invis and the Silver X, he should be fine. But if Radiant were a little bit closer, if they catch him there, that's a catastrophic death on Lens. We are, again, it's a minute to the 3rd Roshan. If it spawns at the earliest possible time, but it's likely going to be somewhere in that 2 to 3 minute range. So, yeah, we're waiting. Radiant's waiting. Dire's waiting. Everybody's waiting.
This will be a 10-second rush respawn. I'm calling it now.
All right, Trent. We'll see if that
For
one's true.
20 to 20 of Logical's dollars. Thanks, Logical.
All good, man. You know I got you.
We're waiting at this point. I mean, everyone's waiting. There's no more time for fun and games. It's serious time where we're all just waiting around, making smart plays and smokes. Effectively a 5-man smoke if you include the ninja gear from this Your Nightmare is Over side. They're running it down the mid lane into the Radiant jungle, looking at their vision. They now see Ember
This is so spooky for Rice Boy to do without an Aeon Disc.
His just not behind him either. He's taunted in 100-0 at the dieback on Ember Spirit in the game. It's become difficult. Bonians with Wukong. Pishjug jumps in. The duel's blocked by a Lincolns, however. And now, at this point, Colonel will be there on 3. It's beautiful, but is it beautiful enough? Where's the damage? Where's the damage? It's not there! Diesel might die, but Karan has to time lock away. At this point, you've used so much. No Chrono, no Ember. That's 95 seconds. And it could be a disaster for the base. They want to go on Ultra, but Ultra is still half HP. He's got Satanic in 14. If he gets that off, he'll be full HP once again. The window, it's once again opening. Hex on Karan, purged by Pishja. Blast off in, Bunny's at the back lines, looking for Diesel, but the ethereal form keeps him alive. It's desperation time.
Satanic.
Bunyan's dead. Pishja runs away. He'll attempt to find some kind of angle. Wilson's on the floor. Karan time walks in, time walks out. Pishja has to TP to the fountain. It's still a 4v5, but Dire are a little bit worse for wear. The tower's injured. Ultra again. He's the Titanic in 8 more seconds. Time walk in, time walk out. Dilation on the floor. Blink. No duel. He's hexed, but he kills Sauce before he gets hexed. Now it'll be a trade for Pishja. Pishja has to buy back the base. It's in a danger status. Stuns on Karan. He's purged. He time locks. Ultra still in. He's now nullified, but the racks have not fallen yet. Rice Boy lives in half a minute. Will was once again used. Melee's dead. Time walk in, time walk out. Range rack under attack. This will be megas. They blink in for Reed. Reed falls. Hex on Karan. He's purged. Step in. Dissimulate for the megas. He secures him. He steps out. Karan wants something. Vengeance for his buildings. They leave the base. A duel will be there on Diesel. Ogre is not dead yet. Dire look to fight. Duel is won. Ogre dead. Techies dead. Rice Boy respawns. The losses for the Radiant side are catastrophic, but make Bloosher great again. Want to punish. They have 90 seconds to do whatever they can.
Like, all I'm saying is, what we're seeing here, with the 50-minute mark, Logical tried to tell you at the beginning, until we're at 65 minutes, nothing we're looking at really matters.
Yeah, it's true. I think Radiant's playing a little bit too scared. It's a good thing that they're gonna get bailed out 50 minutes from now. I think, yeah. I think they just G at one point. Like, Kron has got this Legion Commander 25 talent behind him. This guy can afford to go a little crazy.
Yeah, and the faces forward, like, when he got hexed and he got bailed out there, like, he kind of moved back towards the enemies, like, he's still a little bit afraid. So, I think they need to be playing with these talents a little bit differently. This is so fucking annoying.
Notably, Refresher was just finished for Karan. He's got 2 Chromes to play with right now. And they know Techies doesn't have buyback.
He's got 1 Chrono to play with because he doesn't have mana for 2.
This is fair. Is there Arcane Boots somewhere? Where's the Arcane Boots? Coddle, there's Coddle, there's Coddle. We're good, we're good, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he'll pop his BKB once he'll use his Refresher, he'll use his Chrono, he'll jump in, he'll use Time Dilation, and he won't have mana for a second thing.
That's why you rely on Patience to be there with that 320 mana restore. You better hope he's on points. He actually has been this game, so I wouldn't be too shocked. Mr. Len steps in Remnants. That was a cheese used just to not die. Karan wants to find Lens, but Lens is both a Void Spirit and invisible, so that's hard to do. The Twin Gate is the place to be right now. Both teams play around the location. Reed on the side. Meanwhile, Duel will be there on Techie's with the active taser keeps him alive. There will be no Duel win. Chrono available. It'll be on the Razor and the Techies. Techies is slain, but Razor's a little bit tankier than that. He's ethereal from D-Soul, and now again is another Chronosphere. It's over Razor once again. Razor is being focused, but he's not dead yet. He'll Satanic. He can't life steal enough though. D-Soul is now in the thick of things. Mr. Lens jumps in. Razor buys back. Bunions is going to die eventually, but at this point, the remainder of the team might just run away. Problem is, with Pistia dead and Bunyan's dead, and not only about that, you have to run. You have to flee. If Ember dies, it's not good. If Karan dies, it's not good. He's hexed. He's stunned. He's silenced. He's going to fall. He has to buy back, but you play in a 3v4. Mr. Lens stepped in, couldn't remnant in time. Good TP away by Rice Boy. Patience. We'll not be so lucky. The damage was simply too much. The spirit was willing, the body was not. He too can buy back, but you are playing Exposed Throne in a 3v4. This will be the series. There's no chrono on Karan. Time walk in, time walk out. You will have Techies in 13 seconds. Ultra has an ulti in 4 seconds. Gleipnir hits on Lens, Reed wants an angle, Ultra hits the throne, Karan is broken, he's hexed, he's gonna fall! That's a dieback! The throne is half HP, the defense is simply insufficient! GG is called, that's a 2-1 victory! For your nightmare is over, and they will move on to the top 4, and they have a date with yours truly.
Proving us both wrong. Managed to close out the game. I mean, Ultra Gunner was absolutely huge this game. I was getting concerned for him towards the end of the game, but Mr. Lens came in with some big damage as well. I'm glad that he switched up his build. When he started to go for the Solar Crest, like, we were hyped for it at first, and they lost a couple of team fights. If he didn't change then and there and start building more damage, I think they would have lost. So I'm glad that he waited before he finished off that Solar Crest. And I'm
Agreed.
glad that Ultra Gunner ended up taking up as much as he did in this game. Just going for, what would we say, the Atomic War build on this hero?
Yeah. Ags, Aeon Disc. Those are the big ones, because then you end up just stacking the ult still, even though they don't do damage. They're